What is
Why you gotta play that? That's the Winter Soldier soundtrack.
it? Is.
Oh shit!
Oh
Shit!
It's about to go down.
Oh no!
It's about to go down.
He's up top, right here on me.
Got him.
Okay, my shots were not hitting those.
Woo, baby! That's 2 bayonet kills that fight. Go back now. Get back here. Yep, see him. Dead. Good shot.
Good.
Oh my god. Holy shit. Hello, guys. Hello, hello! Brendan, I just got raided. I have 1,000 people watching me right now.
1,000?
Yeah, 1,200 viewers.
Oh my god.
Okay, just these 2 people inside.
That is quite significant.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Oh,
out
there he
there.
is.
Front door.
Where the... Oh no.
Oh, front door.
Oh, better!
Oh, there's one more.
Oh, there's another one! No, I'm worse. There goes. Cool 6k damage there.
Oh,
There we
it
go.
is.
Oh. Fall down, you dumb bitch. Eat, dragons, eat!
Eat.
Woo! Let's go!
Come here, motherfucker! Oh!
Dropped him!
Someone want to come finish this?
Oh shit!
One more
Veronica
trip?
coming in!
What? What?
What? What?
No, nuh-uh.
Yes,
Nuh-uh.
dead ass, dead ass, dead ass.
Nuh-uh.
16 total, so yeah, times 3.
I mean, describe your kill. Like, you literally one-hit him.
I just straight up fucking.
Screen. We're here. We're live. Session 3.
That's true. Session 3 of Kirby and his fellow community
Wow,
service.
what an intro. Thank you, Six Semper Tyrannosaurus. I made it myself.
Made it himself. No, but it is true. We've been playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition. All of us are new to the game, playing it for a couple of weeks here and just trying to get the hang of it. We are playing the Rose Street Killer scenario from the Pathfinder 2e playtest. So right now, our heroes have delved into the sewers beneath Absalom to try and find clues and gain favor with the sewer dragons, which are a tribe of kobolds that the Pathfinder Society has allied with in an interest in keeping a good relationship with some of their spies and info seekers that kind of sneak around beneath the city. So, so last time, Fagzine, their resident trapper hunter, was kind of guiding you guys through the sewer and pointing out common pitfalls that are like things to look out for kobold traps, but also just any sign that the environment around you might be, you know, battling against you. So he's giving you guys some tips and tricks, and then he decided that you guys were close enough to the dragon shark's lair that he was going to go around with the rest of the kobold warriors and flank from the far side. But he was like, he wanted you guys to attack from this side. So I believe last time only Luther was able to spot the trap. There was some strings and some evidence that there's something going on here, just kind of strewn across the sewer, and he found out that there was a tripwire that would cause scything blades to come out of the wall and clatter against the far side, possibly injuring you, but definitely alerting whoever might be up ahead. So you guys kind of started sneaking forward, and you've spotted these other kobolds. These red kobolds are obviously not from the dragon shark tribe. They are, or not from the sewer dragon tribe, rather, but they are in fact dragon shark warriors. So that kind of leads us to one of the fun parts of the game, which is rolling for initiative.
Is this where everybody wants to be? I feel like we would be maybe closer together, so we wouldn't have to move so far.
Yeah,
Unless
that's fair.
Very potentially.
Well, maybe I don't know about that far.
I didn't know
He's
exactly
going all the
where it
way.
was at.
So you want us to be
No,
here,
so
Brendan?
running
We're
out there.
peeking around the corner. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you guys are
Very
around the
stupid.
corner, that's fine.
My map has me in the alleyway still.
Click select map in the top right, and then click on B, Dragon Shark Lair.
Okay.
And you should be able to drag Kirby on down. Would you like us to do a normal just perception roll for our initiative?
Probably. I think
And we
unless
can
anybody was doing
see
things that were...
3 other things in the initiative, BT dubs.
Of course you can. All right.
Alright. Luther has his initiative. I think I recall however late it was last time. I recall what I wanted to do to try to stop. an
I
attempt.
very rarely get a good initiative.
Is today the exception to the rule, or is it a continuation of the?
It is in fact a continuation.
Mm.
Rolled a natty 4.
Panache, 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 panache.
All right.
Yeah, Austin, have you been practicing all week?
Nope. Just started again. Scrolled back up to where I found the YouTube video and looked at my phonetic way that I wrote it out.
I do see it canon as Luther every time he's about to speak, he just says Harry Potter 3 times. It's just kind of he's a little twitch.
Harry Potter, Harry Potter. Ye fucking what, mate? That's what I'll say. Yeah. You fucking
We're gonna
kobolds.
find out later that you're
Yeah.
just an actor.
Yeah.
You're
I'm actually. I'm not
Wesley
playing.
Snipes.
You fucking
Yeah.
beat me to it. God
Yeah.
damn it. Not playing Blade. I'm playing Wesley Snipes. That's incredible. I'm gonna do some tax evasion.
There you go. Definitely some classic tax evasion.
White
wow.
collar crime.
All right. We need initiative from Kirby. Did you roll something, Josh?
Oh yes, I forgot about the initiative thing here.
You got it.
Ooh, initiative. How do I set my initiative?
Right click.
on your person.
Yeah. On the left in the initiative panel. And then click set initiative. Or it's, yeah.
Should be able to do it on your character too, I think.
Oh, really?
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just right click your little token.
And then which? Oh,
There you go.
initiative. Okay, it's a couple more clicks. Damn, Kirby. All right.
Wait, how do you do it?
Well,
I right click on my character in initiative on the left hand side. And
Oh, I
there's
see
just
what
a
you're
button that says set initiative there. One click.
1, 2. Yep.
All right. Well, Kirby is on top of things right now, so we're gonna go ahead and let Kirby go first here in this combat.
But we haven't
Okay.
actually seen anybody yet, right?
we haven't seen anyone,
I
right?
think you have.
Okay,
Yeah, we're
so
peeking
I
around the
guess
corner.
You guys
Okay.
are peeking around the corner.
Let's say,
I see these people.
based on
so
line of sight, I can't see them, but yes, that is
Yeah.
fair.
I'm like here then. There we go. And I see them,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, there's people here, and that is 1, 2, 3.
This one looks like he casts spells.
I'm going to cast Concordant Choir on them,
Okay.
which is 30-foot emanation, 2d4 of damage, but it is a
Now, I
it's a
don't know.
fortitude saving throw.
Is there a range on it? Like you can start the emanation somewhere else?
Yes, it's 30 feet, and then 30 feet eminence from its.
Gotcha. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
nice. That's really good.
So let's do. What color do you think your magic would be?
White.
White. Okay.
Yeah, I'm throwing this white juice all over them.
Ooh,
All
okay.
right.
Yeah.
Classic.
Classic white juice
Coconut.
throw.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
Jesus,
A
wet.
little 30-foot emanation here. Okay. So you start making some music, and you said it's a fortitude save.
Mm-hmm.
Stanley's
All right.
hand.
Let's see, the two warriors. They're going to get a 12 and a 19. Probably a pass and a fail.
Yeah, that's gonna fail.
Okay, and then the Dragon Shark Kobolds is going to get a 7. So also a fail.
So
Double fail pass. Nice. Nice. So what does that do?
It's 2d4s of damage plus 1 for me, so they get
Nice.
4 damage total.
Nice.
4 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what about the one that's saved? Is it like half damage?
It does not
Doesn't
say.
say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
I feel like it. What does it say? What kind of fortitude save it is? I feel like in New Game, not New Game, Who Dis, and Side Quest Side Sesh, there was something like a basic reflex save meant that it like if you failed it was half. So maybe it's like a specific kind of fortitude
It's a
save.
basic fortitude save. So
Okay.
maybe it is half, so you
Yeah.
might still
So
take 2.
I can Google that. Pathfinder 2e. Basic saving rolls.
So,
Let's see. Fortitude. Sometimes you'll be called to make attempt at basic saving throw. The type of saving throw works like any other.
Yeah.
The basic part refers to the effect. For a basic save, succeed.
So
Then one of the
role-playing
following
wise,
outcome applies based on the degree of success. So failure. Oh. Success, you take half the listed damage from the effect. Yeah. So if it says basic, you take half damage if you succeed.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
You
I
said
take
4
so-
points of damage.
4 points of damage for this failure,
save.
2 points for the success. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
And so, role-playing wise, I'd like to say that Kirby was leading the pack for some reason, and he turns the corner and sees these 3 and croaks out an "Oh shit!" really loudly, and that's what caused
A very harmonic. Oh shit.
Like echoing and shaking down. Okay.
that. The casting requirements for Concordant Choir are just somatic and verbal, so he just has to be able to speak, and he just has to know the words.
That's fine.
The words are "Oh shit."
Oh shit.
That's valid.
He said, "Ooh shit."
Clanskop.
Like,
Kirby Kirp. I don't know what it's like. Kirby? Yeah.
Otter. All right. So that happens. So there's this echo on down the hall that shakes the very foundation of the walls around you, and it makes all the kobolds kind of grab their ears. Warm bodies in our tunnels. We must strike back. Go, my dragon shark brothers. And so the one in the back is going to move first.
Oh my god, there's two
The
equally
one
in the
that you
back.
believe, the one that you believe is a spellcaster,
Okay.
blue, for our intents and purposes.
Oh, that's a good point. You doing that makes me think of it while I'm still sober. Josh, if the need ever arises, if you press spacebar, you get a little arrow on the screen and you can point at stuff. If you need to
Oh, and you
point at
also
something.
don't need to count the boxes. There's a little ruler next to your little pointy thing at the
Yeah,
top.
and the top, there's a measuring tape just to the right of the pointer tool. You can click on that and then measure distances to different stuff if you need to.
All right.
I'm gonna count the boxes.
That works too.
very
Sometimes it's
much is.
easier with the diagonals and stuff like that to use the measuring tool.
He's gonna count the diagonals too. Just hard like that.
All right, that's tough.
All of them.
Feel that?
See,
Okay.
so that's that. So it's just like 7.14 feet per box, right? So for the diagonal lines, we can figure that out pretty fast.
Yeah, it's 5 feet per box, and then diagonals. The first one counts as 5, and the second one counts as 10. So it averages out to 15.
So that's
Yeah, standard.
that's not the Pythagorean theorem right there.
It's close to it.
It's pretty close.
It's a good average. Okay, so he's got time here. So I believe he can cast 3 magic missiles.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
So he's gonna, and he's gonna launch 3 magic missiles towards Kirby, with a range of 120 feet. So these are like arcane blasts, just some spurts of magic coming off this kobold. They're just like bright blue energy that shoots down the hallway.
I think this is more powerful than my white energy.
It is quite powerful. It's gonna hit Kirby for 9 points of damage.
Mm.
Boy.
Because there's no save for that, is there?
No, that
Magic
just
missile
is.
is nice.
Magic missile automatically hits.
Magic missile will be getting a rename, by the way. It's one of the few spells that gets renamed in the new Pathfinder.
It's because it's a classic D&D spell.
Kirby's feeling a little down, but he's definitely
woozy?
not out. A little woozy.
Okay. All right. Well, luckily it is not Kirby's turn. It is Yellow's turn next.
Oh.
He's going to
Why is that
splash
lucky?
forward. It's not lucky. It's actually bad.
I was like, oh, it's
Just
Luther's
splash
turn. Sick.
forward.
Nope.
That's as far as he can get with that one. Let's see.
Did these guys have their weapons out too? I assume they were patrolling with their like swords and stuff out.
Yeah, they had picks, little tiny like pickaxes. They had with them. So he's gonna move, and then move again, and then see that there's a lot of you, and kind of like deer in the headlights, like.
How big are these guys again? Like how tall is a kobold?
They're quite short. The max height on them is like 3 feet tall. So like they're at least about
So
half your height. These
But
guys
how
look
tall
like
is
you.
Kirby?
Well, Kirby is also small, I believe.
All right, I just
So
didn't know if
probably-
these are like he's looking him in the eyes.
Probably close to it.
Yeah, and then he looks up and sees the rest of us just standing there behind the corner.
Yeah. Oh, you have friends.
So I think he's gonna do
I
that.
got frenzy.
And then
Exactly.
he's gonna continue his movement. So he's gonna come up here. And then he's going to swing at Elnat.
I assume Kirby does not have an attack of opportunity. Feat.
Get the melee weapon out.
That's true. Never mind.
Yeah, I haven't drawn my weapon yet. Unfortunately.
You said he's taking a swing at me.
Yeah, he's gonna take a swing at you. Okay, and he rolls a natural 20.
Ooh.
So it will be a critical hit on a pickaxe.
I thought criticals were only if it was like 10 over or something.
Well, I guess they must have changed the things from the.
No,
playtest.
because critical means it's 1 degree success higher no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how they changed
But
it.
it could be like a double critical or something, right? Potentially.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll tell you, like
And a
just
failure
for,
is 1 degree.
for
success.
reference, he got a 25 to hit.
Gotcha.
So that would still hit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So as long as if you make an attack and succeed with a natural 20, or if the result of your attack is 10 higher than their AC, you receive a critical hit.
Cool. I like that a lot.
Which I'm pretty sure there were degrees of critical hits in the playtest, but they must have taken that out because it's not
Okay.
listed here
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so he hits you, gets a critical hit with his pick, which is going to be some damage here.
Roll twice. Let's figure that out now.
Your attack deals double damage. Double damage.
Okay, so
with
double
it.
damage means just multiply it.
You roll the damage normally, adding all the multipliers, then you double or have the damage as appropriate. So
Okay,
doubling
so that is different than
after rolling.
Pathfinder, or than Starfinder.
Correct.
Okay, so I knew that it was different than one of the things. Maybe I was thinking it was the same as Pathfinder. Is Pathfinder roll twice as well? But Pathfinder 2E, or is Pathfinder just double?
Pathfinder and Starfinder are the same.
Pathfinder 2. Okay, Pathfinder and Starfinder are this. No. God damn it.
We did this last week.
That's
It's
fine.
been the same. We've just been doing it
Right
wrong.
now, it's double. We're gonna roll it and double it.
Okay, so
Um,
2E is the
so
one that's
one roll.
different.
And then double.
2E is the one that's different.
Okay, cool. I can remember it that way.
So
Sorry.
I don't know what the ability here is. So pickaxes have an ability, have a trait called Fatal. On a critical hit, the weapon's damage die increases to that damage die instead of the normal die size. So instead of rolling a 1d4 for a light pick, I get to roll 1d8 and then double
Oh
it.
shit. Dang.
That's pretty
So-
nuts. That could be pretty strong.
Yeah.
So it's still only 4 points of damage after doubling it. He's not very strong.
Okay. 4 damage.
So he runs up and he's like, "Ugh," and just manages to get Elnat right in the gap, like where his neck is exposed on his armor, and just gouges him up real good. And then it will be Red's turn.
Son
the
of a
final kobold
bitch.
to move. And he is going to go around the long way. I think he's going to try.
Uh-oh, flanking.
All
Oh, wait,
the
never
way
mind. Doesn't.
around.
Oh, yeah, he's got a melee out.
Yep.
Flank.
And then he is going to move up and attack Karu.
Mm.
That is a 17 to hit.
Yep, that's a hit.
All right, for a whopping 1 point of damage.
What kind of damage?
It is a good question. I believe
Piercing, probably? With the
is
pickaxe?
piercing
Okay.
Unless you're hitting it with the broad side of the
Well,
pickaxe.
I just want to make sure it wasn't slashing, but
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. It's piercing.
I mean, yeah, whatever it is, it's fine. It's just funny
Yeah.
if it would be something else.
But yeah, it's bludgeoning damage.
He's holding on to the two heads, just slams it down.
All right, it is Luther's turn now.
Okay. So Luther, like, sees Kirby go around the corner and start singing, and he goes,
Oh, it's not singing.
or making, you know, he makes the sound, right? Like it's like a bard attack that you did, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
So he like sees him go around and like make this sound. He goes, "Oi, that sounds like rubbish, Kirby. What are you doing?" And like by the time that he's like done saying that, these two guys have run around and like hit both of my guys, and he's like, "Well, it ain't fucking nice." And he draws his. Well, so here's the thing. The sword cane. I now have the sword cane, so I've been walking around with a cane. Oh my god, I have an ad. I just realized. Let me skip this ad. I don't know if it's like not considered drawn, or like drawing it out of its like it's because like it's like in a sheath, like it's like
It's
a
in a
cane.
scabbard.
So I don't know if like is that drawing that out as an action probably. It doesn't say anything on the like the thing about it. It just says that it's in a wooden or metal, or concealed with a wooden or metal cane that serves as a sheath, making it an inconspicuous weapon.
Yeah, I think you still would have to draw it. It's just a matter of
Okay.
if you. It probably would be more handy if it's like, hey, you have to fork over your weapons, and you could be like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah,
this
that's
ain't a
fair.
weapon. This is a cane."
I could have
Yeah,
said
that's
I had
like
it drawn
a
already, but yeah, okay.
Maybe if you had
Um,
like a switchblade and it was just like a button that you had to press, and then
Yeah,
it was
I'm
out.
sure
But you have
later
to, like,
on there's
do a
ways to
full
draw
action to
without
do it.
actions. Yeah.
Yeah, do it swiftly.
Because my initial thought was if I got around the corner before these guys, is I was going to try to get some panache by, like, throwing the sword, like you know, like hitting the sword and having the cane or like the sheath fly off and like hit one of them, like bump him in the head or something, and try to get some panache that way. But now that they're close, I think he's gonna see him, and he's going to draw the sword in like a fancy way. And then he's just going to go to stab. I'm not going to try to get any panache here because that would cost me another action. Whereas I could actually just try to get 2 hits on these guys. So he draws it and goes, "On God." And then I'm going to try to roll. I'm going to roll on red first here. Okay, 2 hits. Oh, yeah, definitely hit. 25 to hit.
25 to hit on one of these warriors is a critical hit.
Fuck yeah! I rolled a natural
Nice.
19, so that's good. Okay, so let me see if there's anything fancy on this. Critical specialization. The target is made off balance by your attack, becoming flat-footed until the start of your next turn. So he is now flat-footed.
Sure.
Okay, and then the damage is going to be. So we double everything, or just double the dice roll?
Double
the roll.
everything.
Oh, everything.
Yeah. So if it's 1d6 plus
bonus
3, I take 1d6 plus
You roll
3.
the damage normally, add all the normal modifiers, bonuses, and penalties, then you double or halve as appropriate.
Okay, cool. All right, so I got rolled a 3 plus 3 is 6, so that's 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay. 12 points of piercing damage on this little kobold warrior. Describe your kill.
Yeah, so like I said, I draw the sword and I go, "On God!" And I just go to like stab him in the chest, thinking that he's got like good chest armor, and I imagine the sword cane just goes right through his chest, like just clean out the other side and like severs his spine, and I just go, "Oh!" And then I pull the sword out, and then I go to do the same thing on yellow.
Okay.
So again. So now my
It is kind
second.
of perfect that you're in the middle there. Like
Yeah.
you can just like switch back and forth.
Yeah. But my second is only like that was a +6. Now I only get a +2. So we'll see how this goes. Ooh, that's probably not gonna hit. A 9.
9 is a miss.
Okay, a 9. I imagine I do hit some armor that time. Like it kind of glances off or whatever. Maybe it's still slippery from the blood of the first kill. So.
Yeah.
We do have touch AC, right? That's a thing.
Yeah, it is still a thing.
Where is that?
Yeah,
I'm not
what
seeing
is-
that on the
It
sheet.
should be listed as your TAC.
We just have an AC.
Oh, really? Okay.
On the
it-
sheet, yeah.
It's
On
in
the
my
sheet.
monster stat blocks. I don't know where. It's just your regular AC minus your dexterity bonus.
Ah.
Gotcha.
Interesting. I'm surprised it doesn't show that anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because it's 10 plus your proficiency plus your dexterity, right? Like that's your AC. Okay. Then yeah, mine's 13. If
What is touch AC?
But-
Sorry.
Touch AC is when something is trying to touch you. If the effect only has to touch you to do damage, then it's against touch AC.
Like my
So a lot of
shocking
spells and
hands.
stuff- Yeah, exactly. A lot of spells and stuff are touch AC because it's much easier just to touch somebody than it is to find a place in their armor where you can hurt them. Like
Okay.
find a weak spot.
Okay.
Um,
Interesting. Cool.
But yeah, it's a D&D thing. It's a holdover from older stuff.
Okay.
The monsters have a TACs and they're blocked, but I don't know why you guys wouldn't. But that's all right. If it comes up, we'll let you know. But yeah, so you just completely destroy that kobold, stab him through the chest. His chest, you just pull your blade back out easily, and he crumples to the ground. And the yellow one looks to the left and looks at you and goes, "You killed my brother." That's for my Halo fans out
And
there.
I
It's
go-
now Elmat's turn.
Well, to be fair, there, mate, you did attack us. Nope, we attacked you first. Yeah, that's fair.
All right. Go ahead and use an action to draw the weapon,
Okay.
make an attack. That might be a critical because I rolled a 19. 20. Maybe not. 24.
24 is a critical hit.
Nice.
nice.
All right. So
We're also learning their AC here.
Yep.
It's 10 over if the critical, right? So
Mhm.
there is at least 14.
7, 9, 18 damage.
Okay, 18 damage. Describe your kill.
You said that yelled out that you killed my brother.
You killed
Yeah.
me.
He goes, "Well, I'm about to kill you," and just cuts him, from like shoulder to hip.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So he like almost animation style slides into two different pieces, like in different directions, onto the ground. And it is Karu's turn, and the field of combatants has gotten considerably smaller.
Indeed. And
Pretty quick.
with this newfound freedom, Kaoru is going to walk over this new fresh corpse, and kind of walk down the hallway, and seeing the mage there, picks up this rock here on the map and just flings it at its head.
Telekinetic
Okay.
projectile?
Little TP right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This rock right here. Glad you picked it out. That was good.
Yeah, no, I was looking. I was like, I need to find something. I need to justify it because it just says an object, and sometimes I won't have an object, and it
I was
don't
gonna
matter.
say you might have half of a kobold that you could throw,
I was gonna say you could grab that
God.
kobold.
or his
I-
pick which fell on the ground.
I put it.
I
I
don't-
put a
is it
GIF
a
in the
bulk?
channel of what
How
you're
much is a
talking.
bulk?
I'm sure it's a bulk, but
Oh, nice.
whatever you want to throw is fine. Yeah, if you want to throw a rock, that's good.
Yeah, that's just what was in my head. And that'll be a natty 17 for a 24.
24.
Uh-oh.
Well, interestingly enough, a
Yeah.
24 is a critical
It's-
hit on this.
It is, isn't it?
the
That's
sorcerer.
awesome.
The triple
Okay.
crits. 3 in a row, baby.
Look
a
at
whole
you,
different
how it's
ballgame.
done.
Stupendous. Okay. Then I just do double roll.
I don't have a critical hit deck.
Nope, not double roll. Roll
Yeah.
once, double.
Oh, okay. Oh, I rolled the same thing.
That works too. Roll twice, but make sure your second roll is the same as your first roll.
There you go.
Yes. Yeah, if you're going to do it, make it the same.
Yeah, just keep rolling till it is.
And so it's going to be 18 points of bludgeoning damage to this mage's face.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's enough to kill him. So,
Does it
so
do any critical effect out of curiosity? Does telekinetic projectile have a critical effect?
Where would that be? Success. You deal
not-
double damage.
Okay.
That's all it says for it.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know. It's in for me. It's in my description of my sword, but I don't know how it works with spells in this game.
Oh,
so-
okay, okay. No, I could see a sword doing something, but no, these are like mundane objects that I'm
Yeah.
tossing around.
Cool. Just through his head.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you just completely like smash his skull in, and he collapses to the ground.
Yeah. What shatters first, the skull or the stone?
Yeah, no, the skull definitely shatters in this case. He doesn't make it.
Jesus Christ. Well,
So,
Brennan, how was that playing those characters?
That was fun. I got to do all of the Kobold's abilities, so
They ran and two of them hit.
I was gonna say the only thing that I got to do a lot of damage to Kirby.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
No, you
I
did.
appreciate that.
Kirby
Thank
got the
you.
shit beat out of him once, and then we're like, hey, that's our friend. It
Yeah.
just,
It's like no.
just triple kill. Uninterrupted feed, triple kill.
Community service.
He needs to complete his community service hours.
That's right.
Can someone, I don't remember what we did for
Yeah,
healing last
I'll-
time. Can someone,
I'll
are we out of
wave
combat?
Kirby over.
You're out of combat
yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Nice,
fair.
okay.
There could be people peeking over the corner that we don't know about. Yes.
Yeah,
The music's still going, so we don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like a video game. If the music's still going, you're not sure if you're done.
Oh,
The music switched. Nice. Loot these bodies, por favor.
okay.
Luther goes around and tries to check the bodies, assumes that any armor on yellow is probably not worth it because it's completely cut in half.
Yeah. So so the warriors had some basic stuff, but it's all sized for small people.
Mm.
They've got leather armor. They're carrying light picks, and they had slings with bullets, so they can shoot bullets at you out of their sling. And then the sorcerer, if you go and look, dig through his stuff, he had a basic staff with him. It's like a stick.
Oi!
Cool,
This lad had a walking cane.
Mm-hmm. And he also had
Look at me, double
Um,
cane.
a scroll.
Like the shapeshifters?
No, like a
Oh,
thing that you read.
scroll. Oh, okay.
Scroll.
Oh,
Uh,
dibs. I want to read that.
and then a hat that appears to have been like squished to fit onto like a smaller sized head. They bent it and stuff to like make it fit on a kobold head. He had 8 silver pieces, and he has a book.
Did the warriors have any silver on them?
No, they did not have any extra silver.
Okay, so 8 silver means 2 silver apiece.
2 silvers.
If anybody
silver
wants to add those.
Yeah,
I'm-
and I want to do some healing on Kirby here.
Okay.
If you allow it, it's got to be consensual. It's in the rules.
I approach and allow him to heal me, and maybe
Okay.
some white power comes out during that.
Yeah, maybe some white powder.
I would
Uh-oh.
like to
No,
take
no, no,
this-
no.
Okay.
Power that is white. Power that is white, not white power.
I would like to take one of the slings. I don't have anything ranged, so I wanted to
Nice.
at least have that as an
There's
option.
there's a sling and 20 bullets if you want it.
All yours. Yeah, the staff starts to walk up on its own. It's like tiptoeing
I
like a little
imagine.
broom from Cinderella, and just whooshes to my hand.
I imagine maybe I even grab it. Like I run up to the body, and grab it first, and I'm playing with it, like with my cane, like a cane in one hand and the staff in the other. I'm like,
You know, like fucking Gandalf.
yeah, exactly. Oi, look at me! I got this! Oh yeah, I'm so cool, yeah, magic. It's like I'm like hitting it, like sparks are flying out the top or something.
Keep playing with that thing, you'll go blind.
You're
Oi, are you serious? Karu, take this. I imagine you just like force pull it out of my hand. Yeah.
is it a magic staff or is it just a basic
It's,
walking
just
staff?
regular, it's a regular staff.
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
Damn.
Does
Okay.
one of you guys have detect magic?
I do, and I use
do.
it every time we have a chance.
Okay. Yeah. So if you do detect magic, the hat and the scroll are magical.
Ooh, magic
I have a
hat.
magic hat.
Okay, I believe I can hold it and get more. Or no, I have to heighten it. Never mind.
Never fear, your biggest fan is here. Hello, Nicholas.
Wasn't
Yeah,
it in
can-
first edition that you could just keep casting it and it like changed what it
it
did?
would give you more information. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you
I
focus
need
on
a
the
high
3
note.
rounds, then you could get more information.
So how do we
But-
learn more about what this hat and the scroll do?
So you can do identify magic. It's under the. Oh, it depends on what kind of magic it is. So you can use arcana, religion, occultism, or nature to try and identify what this is based on what you have. So what is are we just all? Well, we have arcana and occult, right? Or is it just all occult?
I have a Colt.
I can do either. I've got a +4 to both.
Okay.
I've got a +4 to occultism. So if you're like passing it off and you're like, you know, that seems magical, I'm like, well, let me take a look at that, and I'll roll occultism to see what
Do we have a help action in this game as well?
I can assist.
Yeah, like follow the
Just-
leader.
I don't know if that's a thing that I would need to roll for, or if it's just a granted thing.
To help your ally with the task, use your aid action. You attempt a skill check. Typical DC is 20, but the GM might adjust this DC for particularly easy or particularly hard tasks.
Okay.
I rolled not thinking about aid, so I'll tell you what I got to start with. Or should I wait?
Okay.
Actually, I'll wait to see if anybody wants to try to aid with occultism. And if
Yeah,
they-
Yeah,
I'll-
I have a
I'll try to
+7 in
aid.
both.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Then
Well,
go
then
with
I'll
it.
just say I got a 21 in occultism. I just, was looking at it by myself without anybody over.
Is
my
it
shoulder.
occultism or is it? I guess it
It's,
doesn't matter.
it doesn't. Occultism or arcana should give us info. Either
Okay.
one is what.
Yeah,
I
it's 7 in
think
both.
So the scroll is the spell Illusory Disguise.
Mm.
So I would imagine that there are several of you guys that can read it. It is both an arcane or occult spell. As long as you have one of those on your list, you should be able to cast it. But you can create an illusion that makes you appear as another creature of the same body shape, similar height and weight as yourself, within 6 inches and 50 pounds of yourself. The disguise is typically good enough to hide your identity, but maybe not good enough to impersonate a specific person. And it can't force change your voice, your scent, or your mannerisms. But you can change the appearance of your clothing and worn items, such as making your armor look like a dress, vice versa.
Cool.
Held items are unaffected, and any worn item you remove returns to its true appearance.
That's cool.
It's like
So it is,
a nerfed Mystique.
Yeah. There
A
you go.
balanced mystique.
It's an illusion spell. It's a first level illusion spell.
Cool.
Which apparently won't exist anymore when they change
What?
the game again.
They're gonna
taking
change
away,
that.
They're
What?
taking away like all of the schools of magic. So
Why?
I don't know how.
We
Well,
should
I
recommend
imagine. I
strongly
imagine all the
worded
spells
one.
are still going to exist. They'll just have different
They're
things on
changing.
them. I imagine
they're trying
an
to
illusion spell will still be around.
I think they're trying to take away everything that was an original D&D. Like they're trying to take away any references to Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
So all of the schools of magic have been set since the beginning of D&D. So
Well,
I don't know if they're gonna-
occultism is like Indiana Jones shit. Like that's
Well,
not
that's
just
true.
D&D.
that's true.
Like,
That's actually
just
new. Like
old.
that, Pathfinder is the first place to call it that.
Yeah.
Occultism.
Okay.
But like illusion, like the schools of magic, illusion and abjuration.
I think
evocation,
they already have
conjuration.
new names. I think it's mostly just renamed stuff. Like 95% just
Rebranding.
renamed.
I hope so, because obviously you still have to be able to categorize them somehow. But
Right. Right.
anyways, enough of a rant about.
Hey, but
the
we're
way that
learning
things
the
are.
game, and this is part
That's
of it
right.
because it's gonna
That's right.
change.
So yeah, you get it's a scroll of illusory disguise that can be used by anyone who can cast arcane or occult spells. You also have a hat of disguise. So hat of disguise is very much, I think, like similar thing, except that it's a reusable magical item type thing. So you can alter your appearance with the. Oh no, wait, that's first edition.
Do we have any charismatic characters, or are we all just
Oh, I'm a charismatic character.
type B? Okay. Okay. Cool. I think that hat would look best on you anyway. I think that fits.
I already wanted to claim it, so
Okay, it's yours.
here we go.
May I go back to our aside real quick? I just want to read this thing that I just read about the schools, which already sounds super cool. So they've been replaced with more literal wizard schools. The School of Battle Magic, the School of Civics, described as everything you might need to run a city, so construction, golems, firefighters, etc., among others. Paizo devs have also stated that doing this frees them of randomly adding new schools in future books instead of saying this is all their. Oh, this also frees them up to randomly add new schools in future books instead of saying this is all there is and never will be. So like more literal schools of stuff, which sounds super cool. Like I went to a school of battle magic or whatever like that.
Yeah, it's more utilitarian.
Yeah, but it also like means that like this post I'm reading on Pathfinder, like on the Pathfinder subreddit, 2e subreddit, says like they are excited about it because they play a wizard, and the wizard subclass always felt weird in Pathfinder. They have necromancer, enchanter, illusionist because of legacy, but none of them fit with their respective fantasy. So those subclasses are extremely flavorful, and the fact that all of them are forced to play generalist is disappointing. Now those subclasses are no longer tied to the wizard. In the future, we could have a necromancer class or an illusionist dedication and actually feel like how they should play. So,
Fair.
We'll see how it goes, but it sounds like it'll be. That sounds pretty cool. All right, that's all. Sorry,
Range is
I'm back.
weird.
But okay, so the Hat of Disguise basically just gives you the ability to interact with the hat once per day for 1 minute, and it casts a first level illusory disguise on you. So it's the same spell as the scroll. It's just you use it once per day. It's reusable.
Okay, I'd like to immediately put this hat on and say,
Okay.
I look cool.
All right. So you guys wrap up that fight very quickly, and you hear like the chaotic sound of fighting coming from down the sewer, like on the other side. And if you guys head that way after looking over the bodies and picking up anything that you want to take, you see Fugzine and the other sewer dragons emerging, maybe with a few scratches or wounds on them. But the Trapmaster immediately is just like, we were easily able to defeat the scouts on the other side. How did you fare against these lot?
Kirby puts 2 thumbs up and says, I'm a little worse for wear, but they wrought the gain of our community service.
I go, wait, but have you ever heard of a triple kill? Yeah. That's what he says.
He's like, no. Back when I played, we just called it 3 in a row.
Turkey. Gobble, gobble.
Turkey, gobble, gobble.
Oh, I didn't realize you were fucking boomer.
Yeah.
Boomer kobolds.
Like, well,
I couldn't remember what they were.
I was born in the year 1305.
Damn. That's right after the Black Death.
Right? Wait.
Was that rough?
Did that end?
Oh.
He goes running off in the other direction.
It's done. It's over. He finally start living his life. Good for him.
All right. So the other thing that you guys picked up was like a book that was kind of waterlogged. And there's a bunch of entries that are very difficult to read, but it is a journal.
Like a dream journal?
So it is a regular journal. Oh God, that is
I guess
huge.
we would have to read it now.
There you go. Can you guys read it?
Where are we looking?
Read what? Where?
Where?
Are you still looking at the map?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not anywhere on this map.
We've seen that thing.
Oh. You know why? Because it's still hidden. Hold on, let me get this.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus
it's
Christ.
Big.
It's big, and our
become
line
here.
of sight is killing it too. You need to turn off
our
vision.
line of sight's blocking
Oh,
it.
now it's oh
Little.
God, it's moving.
It's
Nope.
behind the
Don't have it in the
shadows of
dark.
world.
Have it off in the grass somewhere.
Okay.
Just down.
Just make it visible over fog of war. Does that work?
Oh, yeah,
No.
we could see it for a second, but now it's not working again.
All right. I'm just gonna put it over here. That work?
Oh, nope, we can see it while it's moving. So what I need you to do is just move it in really tight circles. Okay, just don't stop moving it.
Oh, it's so much to read, and it's moving.
Yeah, actually, I hate that. Oh no, I wasn't
Why?
streaming that. God damn it, I'm the fucking worst.
You weren't streaming that? Oh my God.
That was like the best part of the night, Austin. Come
yeah,
on.
that was
Come on, we got a
the
triple
best
kill.
joke we've had all day. Okay.
All day, damn. I feel like I said some funny shit today. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't say much.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
the bet.
Not too much this far.
Not beat that. That was
Not necessarily
gold.
tonight. You know, just like today. Like I woke up and I just like said a joke.
Yeah, you said I love potatoes like every day.
Yeah. Back in the day. It was a Wednesday.
Why? Oh, it's on a token layer now. I don't know why it just won't show up for everybody.
Is that thing that you said got turned off before called Vision? Can you just turn that off again?
Hey,
Can
Brandon,
you post it in
That's a good point.
Discord?
Yeah, I can't share it with you guys.
can you just read it to us?
That's true. I could do that.
No, I want to read
Thanks,
along.
buddy.
Like popcorn reading. How about, yeah, let's
No,
popcorn
fuck that
read it.
shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Chicken me
I'll
so
read a
much anxiety.
paragraph. Yay! And then somebody will call
Okay,
on
but I will
Devin
read
and
it to
everybody
you.
will groan.
Okay, so this journal says, to ensure that my clients receive all the support that they require, many forget that Milani is not just a goddess of liberating the oppressed, but also of ensuring they are not condemned to hardship once free. And that is a list of names
Popcorn.
with identifying features. So it's Justerian is a male human dock worker, about 40 years. I worry about Justerian. The slavers wore down his spirit as much as they did his body. He struggles to cope with his new life and fears his former masters might find him and shackle him once again. He needs friends, and while I'm glad to see he has steady employment, his living conditions are not healthy. Rima. Remember, this is a name that you guys have heard. Female dwarf scullery maid, about 40 years. With good
Oh
reason,
no!
servitude has left her resentful of social elites. She's
I heard my
ambitious, but I have tried to counsel her against association with some of Absalom's more dangerous circles. Much as I do not like the rumors I've heard of her new role models, she is free now, including free to make her own decisions. I shall stay in touch should she need help. Ado,
Guys, she's dead. She
male
died.
halfling gardener, about 50 years. He has managed fairly well with the transition. Wealthy families who want security services for free were eager to hire him. I provided him with the silver needed for tools, and his business is thriving among the Petal District's Rose Street.
Ooh, Rose Street. Rose Street.
Street.
Killer. That's the name of the. Whoop. It's the name of the movie.
Melfurheen, female elf alchemist, formerly a scriptorian's slave.
Age unknown.
So this is
You
the,
missed that part.
This was the. I did say age unknown. This is the Pathfinder that was killed or was missing. Formerly a scriptorian slave, handling several households documents, Nelfurin has found a welcome home at the Pathfinder Society. The society is a good fit for her, particularly as the Grand Lodge continues to clean up some of its questionable practices. And Omok, female half-orc personal assistant, about 25 years of age.
Nice.
She served Lady Cambria, or Lady Iembria, I think it's an E, Julian, who perished during the siege in Absalom's defense, and apparently willed Omok a considerable sum for a decade of service. I've helped her locate and start up a grocery business.
See, this all sounds nice. This is like this are all like positive things about these people. It's interesting. I wonder
They're
if
also
this
on
is
a
like
list.
a lot. Yeah, I wonder if this is like a list of some people that someone has helped, but then the assumption is that someone got a hold of this list as like a list of like freed peoples or something, and is
This
using
is a
it as a
kill
kill
list.
list. This isn't.
Yeah.
Like,
Our
this is a
only
list of people who have been killed, but the person who wrote this isn't trying to kill them.
Our
Based
only
on what he wrote.
description is
I
of
feel like it's been-
basically possessed armor, right? So maybe it was this friendly person who would interact with all these people, but then the possessed armor took over and killed them.
Yeah, maybe something like that. Because like the way that the person, whoever is writing this, is writing about it is like, I'm glad that he's got steady employment, or I helped him out, or they're free now, and like that's a very happy-go-lucky thing. So
But it's been ripped out. It started as a improper sentence, and so it's not the full.
yeah. To
entry.
ensure that my clients receive all the support they require, and many forget that Milani is not just a goddess of liberating the oppressed, but also of ensuring they're not condemned to hardship once free. So this is like a list of clients for someone, but that are all freed people. And it's if this
makes
person is a
sense.
follower of Milani, which is apparently the goddess of the oppressed, or something along those lines. So it's either the situation is the person who wrote this is the person getting possessed, or the person who wrote this isn't got it stolen, and now this is being used as like a kill list because this is like an easy way to find who
That's what I think.
who the free people are. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning to the latter, but not for any particular reason other than I just think it makes more sense for a written story. Cool. Well, after we loot those bodies, kind of read
No.
this and rest up, I think we would continue on, right? Like we're just gonna
Oh,
continue on
I
the
do
way
need
that
to
we're going.
heal. I need to roll a medicine check.
Okay.
What's the DC for a medicine check?
Administer
Alright.
first aid.
Yeah, like treat
You
wound.
are well. I don't. So if you click on medicine, like if you click on the skill medicine, it gives you some
Medicine
options
check.
for some
Oh,
things
it's
you can do.
usually DC 15, though the GM might adjust it
Yeah.
based off circumstances.
To
So I'm just gonna roll, and you let me know if it's good enough.
Okay.
Ooh, how's a natty 1924 sound?
not good enough.
That's pretty good.
It was pretty good. All right, Kirby, you feel amazing.
Yeah, go ahead and treat that as a critical success.
Oh, sweet.
Or
All right.
D8.
Is it usually 2d8?
It's usually 2D8, yeah.
A good amount of healing.
It's a good chunk.
7 plus, holy shit. 14 plus 8 is 22.
I'm healed. I would like.
Dylan, could you
Healing.
describe your heal? Is this like a
You
like a
describe
Grog? Is this like a Grogu heal type thing? That's like a force heal, or are you like
No,
pulling
no,
out like
how-
medicine?
How, did he? It's more not arcane, but the opposite.
Physical, like bandages?
Yeah, yeah. It's more contemporary medicine because it
Okay.
is, isn't it? The medicine skill is just
Like,
knowing
you
about
could
medicine.
flavor it
I
either
need
way,
you
probably.
to ask Sarah, how would you save a frog from death?
That's true.
I just put a leaf on you and just smear
Almost certain death.
some cream around it. It just heals it.
You put him on a lily pad and tell him to meditate.
It's all okay.
I would like to turn
not your
to
fault.
Maru and say, in a not stereotypical Kirby voice, this is the voice I use. It is good that us animal stick together.
Together, animal, strong.
I go
I
up
beat
to
the chest.
Kirby and I go, "Hey, Kirby, did you end up getting a signature from these lads here?"
We did
And I
indeed.
like point at the dead bodies.
I
Like I know they're dead, but you could probably get their thumbprints or something. That's a valid signature.
Luther,
valid
that is a fine idea. And I
Oi, I know.
dip the blood from one of the guys that, they killed and put his hand in it and then sign with that.
There you go. And it's all scribbly and like uneven and a little
And
bit
I show it-
suspicious.
I show it to Luther and I say, "You think the captain will accept this?"
If he doesn't, I'll fucking kill him.
You're a good
Wow.
friend, Luther. A good friend.
I know.
I know. I'm a great friend. Everyone loves me.
Wow.
Does
So I did-
anyone else have the medicine skill besides me? So I don't
Nope.
believe I can use
Yes,
it
I
again
do.
on me. You do? Okay, sweet.
Yeah, I do.
I implore you to patch my little wound, please, and thank yous. I
Now,
know
when
it's
you
just a
heal as a
scrape.
conventional, or are you doing like a, I can't remember her name from
Oh yeah.
I
should write
Critical
Role.
Role.
I-
Pike when she like heals people. Are you doing like a glowing light, touching them kind of heal?
But no, you have a god, don't you? You have like a divine healer that like graces you with
I'm
power.
glad.
Ungar, the
but-
smith. He smiths it back together.
To,
It just-
to use, I do have that, but I only have one spell slot at this time.
Oh yeah, no, you're just using your medicine.
Yeah, don't-
skill.
yeah, don't
it's
do that
just,
now,
Like
but-
flavor wise.
I give you an ibuprofen.
Thanks, buddy.
13.
I stop him right at the time. I'm like, no, Karu, he's addicted to pain meds, don't you know? That was a weird accent. Harry Potter, Harry Potter,
I'm
Harry
gonna say that
Potter.
13 is good enough for this to work this time.
Okay, it's just 1 HP. Like,
It
it's
is,
not-
yeah, it's a very, very minor wound, so it doesn't matter. You do have to have healer's tools, so hopefully one of you guys, between the two of you, have equipment to do.
Oh, I do not. Or at least I don't think I do. Let me double check that, but I'm pretty sure. I
Great
do not.
apologies, I did not know that was necessary or a thing.
Does that
I
not just
have-
make the check easier or something? Oh no, it says treat wounds trained only. You're holding. Wait, that's no action. Yeah, it says you're
I am
holding
trained in it.
healer's tools, or you are wearing them and have a hand free. Huh.
So it is something that you're supposed to buy, which we could kind of hand wave for this game, but
I'll
is
put
good to
them
know.
in my gear right now.
Just say that you bought them.
that's fine. We're all learning as we go.
As an
along.
actual healer, that probably makes sense that you would have carried that with you.
Yeah. But okay, so I put the clues that you guys have gotten so far in the notes and documents.
Okay, so Band
You
of the
guys have a
Palms,
little
who we
bit more
actually think it is. Bloody Barbers.
Right, so the first one is Captain Ambrose Valcine really being like, I'm pretty sure it's like these guys, the Band of the Palm, the Foot Ninja Clan, the Bloody Barbers. He's got an idea of who it is, but you guys went and kind of investigated them and didn't really find a whole lot that pointed to them being responsible for this. In fact, it sounded like Reyna was one of the barbers, and she had been taken by this killer. So it kind of sounded like maybe they've been hit too. So it's most likely not someone within their organization that's killing them, but someone outside their organization.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. You did get more information later on about potentially a person in a suit of armor. It looked like they only had control over half of their body.
The artist's depiction is
Oh no,
now
Brendan, that's
documents as
contagious.
well.
Yeah.
Literally is. It's crazy.
And then you guys went down to check with the sewer dragons to see if they've heard of anything. They haven't really been able to get you a whole lot of information, but you do find this journal that kind of gives you some insight into, it's like, why are these? And like you said, like occasionally, the bodies are being dumped in the sewers. So maybe this is evidence that that the killer dropped, or maybe this is something that one of these kobolds found on somebody and stole.
And we're not,
either way.
our current thing that we're doing right now is to help the group that's going to give us information. We weren't really expecting to find information doing this task, right? Like this, as
Yeah,
far as
I
we
mean-
know, is an unrelated task.
Yeah.
But now, after finding this journal, it seems to be potentially related, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we were just going to eliminate a rival clan for them, basically, and then they're like, you help us, we'll help you type thing. But then we're like, oh shit, this journal seems to potentially be related, so interesting.
And then it was talking to them a little bit more. It doesn't seem like they really have a ton of information for you about what's been going on. But they said they'll continue to watch for signs, and then they'll tell you to relay back to your captain that the sewer dragons are once again in the debt of the Pathfinders.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess
So I think at this
we
point-
continue on. Yeah.
Yes, at this point, I think the Pathfinders will seek you out again. Another one of their messengers.
Oh, this was it. That was the.
That was that part. Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought. Okay. So do we meet up with the other guys and just kind of good work and head back then?
Yeah, pretty much. Like those guys, like I said, like they find you after you take out this patrol, and basically say they've made short work of the rest of the kobolds, and it's like at the very
Sorry, I
least,
must have missed that.
like the cowards that fled will not return. They know that this territory belongs to
The triple kill really did it.
the sewer dragons, right? Yep. Oh, that's definitely contributory.
Oh,
Hey guys,
little
so we
Irish
all
there,
jump
that
high
worked.
five all together.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Is there
feel
some
like
way,
it's
if there's some
appropriate.
spell that can freeze us in time while we're in the air, so we could get like
That'd
a
be
picture
lovely.
taken, like
A
drawn?
photograph. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm imagining that a day is going to pass between the next quest, so before we do this, I would like to use my hat to turn into one of the kobolds that we murdered in order to do this high five.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, just test it out.
Ha! It works.
Jesus Christ, another one of them! I fucking stabbed Kirby.
You stab him straight to the face. Finish him off.
It's me, Kirby. No.
Kirby! They got Kirby!
All right, so I think the
I
venture
don't know what
captain has been hard at work here trying to track down more leads for you. And so he describes this place. He says there are certain places in Absalom where criminals go when they want to keep a low profile. The Puddles is one of those places. Street after street of abandoned buildings and a small and underfunded guard force make it an ideal place for people looking to stir up trouble without getting caught. Still, someone there may have heard something useful. Travel to the Puddles and speak to the guards. They're called the Muckruckers. You could recognize them by the bronze badges they wear. I provided you with a small donation to help fund their public services, which should help convince them that talking to you is worth their time. Sincerely, Venture Captain Ambrose Valsine.
How much did he give us?
He is going to provide you with. Let me see where it's at in my notes.
And we can't even barter with a letter. This is bullshit.
That's true. Maybe it's bullshit. Maybe it's clever.
Yeah, those are usually one and the same.
What's the name of these people? I don't think I want to say it. It sounds bad.
Muckruckers?
Yeah, that sounds like racist. I don't know why, but I don't like it.
I think that's you.
I know, I agree. It's one of those like I think it's a Tosh.0 bit where he just says words that sound like they should be racist, but they're really not. It's like, is anyone offended by this? It's like I don't think I'm offended by it, but I feel like someone should be offended by that.
But please stop.
Yeah.
It was accompanied by a satchel containing 35 silver pieces.
Mm.
But there's like a note that says how much that they're getting, right? It's like we couldn't like skim a few off the top. Okay, that's fair.
I mean, you could definitely take it and just not give them the note. But then you have
Just
to figure
go.
out how to convince the
Just-
guards to talk.
No, just leave. We're done. Don't care.
What if you're paying?
That's a good payment. That's a good payment, right? 35
I bet.
silver is no fucking joke.
Yeah,
Luther's not a Pathfinder. He'll just fucking leave.
there you go.
He won't. That would definitely
Let's,
end the session early.
Yeah, no, if you guys wanted to, I mean, there's no reason that you couldn't rest and, like, take baths and, like, you know, clean yourselves up from the sewers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But there is
definitely.
a killer on the loose, so.
Oh.
I would like
Uh,
to rest and take a bath.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
care.
I take a quick sponge bath.
I
Yes,
take
sir.
a long sponge bath.
Not
Mm.
not in the sewer.
All right, let's all go back to
Yeah.
our residence here, and we'll meet back in the morning if that works for you. I'll meet you down by the Muckruckers, down the Puddles.
How many will die tonight?
I'm not a freedman, so I'm not super worried about it. Always been
I'm
free.
from the Puddles. I'll see you there.
Well, all right, yeah. Yeah, where are we meeting? We're meeting at the oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
We'll meet at the sandwich shop known as Bergantine's.
Bergantines. All right, yeah. Is that right next to the Starbucks?
Starbucks.
That's an inside joke. You want to get
actually,
that? That's a Starfinder joke.
It's just bucks here on.
Just
on
bucks.
land.
Land bucks. You want to meet at the coffee shop? Land bucks. Galarian bucks. No. So yeah, he's gonna go back and
see stars.
clean up his sword, like with the blood that's on it, and take a nice relaxing bath. I imagine that Luther doesn't have a lot of money, but he's got he's the kind of guy that even though he doesn't have a lot, he spends it on like nice clothes and staying in a nicer apartment, but then like maybe eats like shit and can't stay there for very long type of thing. Like a few days in luxury is worth a few days on the street type of thing.
Yeah. I like to imagine that all of you guys go back and have the exact same like montage of like, you know, like Geralt from like The Witcher who's like taking a bath and stuff and like getting a sponge bath from somebody, except that like it's comically different for each person. It's just like I was like you can tell who like chose to spend their money on it or who chose like just like sit in cold water by themselves and then like you know
Kirby has like
Who has
a
a female in there with them?
a weirdly
so Don-
attractive
Kirby's
like
like,
toad, like
Yeah.
like washing him.
That donates a little bit of the silver that he gained to one of the temples
And
goes
Luther's
rage.
following you and nicks it off the top.
he's just like
He does it.
sucker.
Whoa. He
I
doesn't
mean,
say
if
it
you
like
want to try,
that. No. There's no try with me. I built a decent character this go round, but no, I'm
I
not
said
gonna do
do
that.
or do not.
you said we got 15 silver, and so divided up between
Two.
the four of us.
We got 8 silver, so 2 apiece, right?
8
Ah.
silver. Okay, 2 apiece.
Yeah, from the kobolds, and then like this package came with 35 silver pieces, but
But
it's
that's
supposed
to
to be
pay off
used to
the-
bribe the guards.
Oh, gotcha. I missed that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm not down any health. Is there like a, do you gain health by resting? Is that like a thing? Okay.
I think so.
Cool.
I don't know what the exact numbers are, but
Yeah.
I think you guys all already kind of healed up. To
Yeah, no, I'm full, so it doesn't matter in this case. But I was
No,
just curious.
I had cast that charm person, or just that charm spell. But was that this same day, or did we do
Yeah,
that yesterday?
everything so far has been the same day, but you guys could definitely
Okay.
rest.
So now we rest.
Yeah, if you rest 8 hours, you get hit points back to your equal to your Constitution modifier times your level. You guys are all level 1, so it's just your Constitution modifier.
So if you have no
Really?
Constitution
Range
modifier, you just don't get anything back from
it's,
resting.
it is
Or
minimum
minimum
of
one.
1 HP.
Okay. Wow, that's terrible. Okay.
It's hard. I mean, like it's a very
Yeah, when you take con damage, you're fucked.
Well,
you
just
also get rid
noted
of
I need to get
fatigue.
at least 1 con, or like 2 con, I think, to make anything worth it.
You can also remove the fatigue condition if you have it. It reduces the severity of the doomed or drained conditions, and most spellcasters will be able to re-prepare spells for the day.
Speaking of spells, just because I thought it was interesting, it seems like wizard school or schools of magic only affected wizards in Pathfinder. That's everything that I've read says
affected.
the only schools only impacted wizards apparently.
Yeah,
That's
because
from
they're the
everything
only
I've read.
ones that
Like, have a
learn
school.
them, right?
Like they're the only ones
The
that
other
like, have a
ones are
school.
just like imbued
Like
to them.
sorcerers still, I mean, like the spells they cast still have schools.
But it doesn't matter for them, right?
Well, I mean, the only reason that I use schools is like identifying what it might be, right? Like
Yeah.
if there's an aura of magic and you cast detect magic on it and it's necromancy, you don't go, oh, well, that's probably good, and just go ahead and touch it anyways. You know, like it's
Gotcha.
just like
Okay,
you
okay.
just,
Yeah, if you find a
I
book,
think mechanically it
necromantic,
only
you
affected
don't have-
wizards, maybe.
Yeah.
Like what you could do and what you could
I
learn.
mean, like wizards could specialize in schools of magic, which is something that they had unique that nobody else had they could do.
Okay.
That was every wizard character I've ever played was a specialist of some kind.
Honestly, reading the schools thing makes me be like, maybe for our long-term game, I do fuck around and play a magic character.
Pretty
I've been
fun.
wanting
Just
to
because,
play
like, the idea
magic
of, like-
characters for so long.
Well, like, just having the idea of, like, I went to a school for battle magic. Like, that just sounds dope. Or I went to a school of, like, what did I wrote down some of the ones that someone thought that they read.
There's so just
The School
a
of
complete
Protean
aside-
Form or Unified Magic Theory. I don't know, it just sounds dope.
Yeah. Just as a complete aside from any of this, when I played Rise of the Rune Lords, you start out in the land of Varesia, which is like in the far west of the continent. But there's a large city called Magnamar in Varesia,
Okay.
and Magnamar is well known for the golem works.
Pokemon?
Golem, like, it's like a school of magic. Like, you can be like a golem
Yeah.
whiz, like this forum that I
Precious?
posted over. Oh,
just
never
make
mind. That
range?
was Galarian, not Golem. I'm an idiot.
Yeah. No, but like you, it's like known for its golem works. The city produces mass produces and sells golems. So there's a large number of wizards that kind of like cut their teeth on being part of this industrial complex where you like build golems for more powerful wizards, and then like they enchant them and then sell them to the highest bidder type thing. So it's like I really wanted to build a character who was a golem, like who made golems. But unfortunately, in Pathfinder First Edition, golems are primarily like something like for NPCs, like for enemies to use. Like they're good for bosses, but like the process of building one yourself, you have to be like level 11 or 13, I think, before you can put together your first golem. And the basic golems you build are like level 5 or level 7. Like it's like they don't
very good
match
yet.
up to where you're at. So you spend like 20,000 gold pieces, build this golem, and in the first battle you go into, it just gets wiped by the enemy monster, and you're just like, I guess I'll do it again. You know, it's just like,
Yeah, it's like being an alchemist and having your bombs be like 10,000 gold.
right, exactly. Or like, you know, playing Starfinder and having grenades be extremely expensive. And
Yeah,
having-
exactly.
But yeah, so it's just really unfortunate. I hope it's better in this game. I haven't looked into it. But yeah.
I'm excited. That sounds cool.
But anyways, back to the game you're actually playing. So you guys all go and rest. You have your individual sequences where you take baths with women of varying degrees of attractiveness, or or men of varying degrees of attractiveness, or no men or women of varying degrees of attractiveness.
A ghost.
I'll leave that up to you guys. Yeah, ghosts. He's like, ooh, I like the spooky.
I like to take my baths with extraplanar entities. Personally.
There you go.
Demons and
Just the whispers I hear just constantly. It's like I have tinnitus for ghosts.
It's
Nice.
just like, hey demons, it's your boy Karu.
It's your beat.
I go to a vampire bar, and they're just playing the Blade song while I go to sleep.
So you're
But
just murdering all of them.
They serve buckets of blood though, so we're good.
There you go.
Feel good, look good.
But okay.
Kirby
But then eventually,
goes
okay, go ahead.
this little
I wanna hear
puddle
what Kirby
in
does.
the puddles and finds a piece of newspaper to use as a blanket. And
Jesus Christ, Kirby's homeless.
I think that was established at the beginning of the
Yeah,
with-
that's fair. You got a little bit of money now. Like you could probably get a room for a night.
Yeah, Kirby is used to nothing, and he will remain used to nothing.
All right. We don't
Yes,
know
he's
that
had-
unless you tell us that, so that's fair.
He's
I'll just-
had items before and lost it all.
Oh, Kirby's addicted to gambling. Oh.
But it's also good to stay acclimated.
It's true.
You don't want to be in
Yes.
like a soft bed one night and then have to go back to the cobblestone the
Yeah,
next.
that makes it worse.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
absolutely.
does.
Honestly, you're
I
better
would
off.
imagine that the night closes on a close-up of Kirby laying in the rain, and it's just like it starts raining overnight. Or did you see the newspaper getting wet and just fading away?
You see the article of new Pathfinders in town. Hopefully they can save these
Yeah.
dark murders.
7 new murders overnight.
Yeah.
It's just Kirby
Uh,
sleeping through the night.
Dramatic irony.
The Rose Street Killer strikes again. All right.
This
Yeah,
is where
you
we
guys-
need like raindrops, to where we can just like play sound effects and stuff.
But then there's definitely stuff out there for it.
We get a
Some of it
soundboard.
Just
Don't wanna
costs
do.
money.
True.
It's good too. There's a soundboard in Discord now. You just have to upload
Very true.
sounds. So you just have to find.
I have to get my
sounds that are,
Discord
like-
on my computer. It's on my phone.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But you'd have to find like royalty-free sounds, effects, and save them and stuff like that. So it's
Yeah. I'm used to downloading songs off of YouTube into MP3.
Mm-hmm.
Remember
YouTube
the
to
MP3? Yeah. Classic.
okay. But so you guys all wake up bright and early the next morning, well rested, healed by at least 1 HP, and then head towards the Puddles district on the southwest side of Absalom. So some of you that might be a little bit farther of a trek. Some of you it's just as simple as waking up and crawling out from underneath the wagon that you were sleeping under and be ready to start the day. But
Make
Let's
my
do it.
way to Burgerton, our meeting point.
there you go. So yeah, so you guys are making your way through the Puddles district. So rain is pattering down on the muddy streets of Absalom, covering it with murky pools of water that give the district its name. The buildings that line the streets have seen far better days. Many of them are decaying, shuttered, or boarded up. Obviously not the place that you're meeting. But the door of one of these buildings swings open and lets rats rush out into the streets. So you guys see, this door swings open and there's just rats come fleeing out of the building and diving for covers, scrabbling into the sewers underneath the streets and such like that. And this woman wearing leather armor and a bronze badge stands in the doorway, and she's stabbing a greatsword into this swarm of rats, or short sword, sorry, into this swarm of rats, trying to get them out of the building. But she's got a tattoo on her forearm of a snarling dog that seems to move with her
Ooh.
swings.
Cool.
So you guys are all kind of getting here at the same time. You see this happen.
Just keep walking.
Whoa there, wild woman.
Hello.
Stand your blade.
I
Bring your friend.
I walk a little bit closer and draw out my my cane sword out of its sheath, and I just start stabbing the ground, getting. Oh, these fucking buggers are fast, aren't they? And I just start stabbing the ground, stabbing the rats. If there's really like that many where I could like be stabbing them.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them, but yeah, she's
Alright.
just like,
Yeah.
she's like, well, at least they're out of the house.
That's the important thing.
I'm just ignoring her. I just keep fucking stabbing them. Oh, you fucking buggers! I get y'all.
You found a rhythm.
Yeah.
I would like to pick up one of the dead rats and say, "This will make a great meal for later."
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She goes, oh? Are you from the Puddles District?
Yes, I am, ma'am.
Oh.
Law-abiding citizen right here, just doing their community service for the good of the community that we serve.
Community service? What's
Not
gotten you
court
into
order.
trouble?
Littering.
She's just like, what? Well, surely the streets were better off. With or without whatever you left behind?
You would think so. I think it's all just a racket by the man.
And she like taps her badge and she's like, well, as a proud member of the man, I will look the other way for today.
I wink at her, which we've established her Kirby is blinking,
Looking with
and
both eyes.
say, "But you're a woman."
She's, ha, you are quite clever. We could use more like you with the muckruckers. And then
Maybe
when she says it, she makes eye contact with Luther. Muckruckers.
Oh no.
Wait, I don't think I fucking like you saying that. I'm not quite sure why, but it seems not okay. Wait, did you say you were with the Muckruckers?
Yes, we're the only ones who care enough about the puddles to volunteer our time and to protect it.
Oh, wait, we're with the Pathfinders here. We heard you might be having some issues. I think that's what we heard. I'm
Captain
blinking.
Ambrose sent us your way.
Yeah, what he said.
Well, there have been greater than normal swarms of vermin coming up from the sewers for the last week or so. Rats and flies, not even sewer oozes.
Any kobolds, by chance?
Well, they pretty much stick to themselves. The kobolds are welcome to come and go as they please. They're not a pest so much as these rats are.
You know they die real easy, yeah? Easy to kill
I've
those
heard that.
kobolds.
I do not agree with that sentiment.
Yeah, that's fair.
A bit of a glass cannon situation there.
Like the podcast.
Just like the podcast.
Alright,
What's
yeah.
a
What is a-
podcast?
Podcast.
Yeah, so you know, like spiders, how they lay pods like eggs, like a pod, like an egg, yeah.
Egg pod.
Well, a
I've seen
podcast,
spider webs.
or like a spider egg, you can kind of think of it like a pod, yeah.
Alright, I'm picturing like a web, okay?
Okay, yeah, a web that works too. So what you do is you pick it up, so pick the web up, and then you cast it, like you throw it. So podcast is like egg throwing.
Webcast.
Like
Webcast works too, yeah. Yeah, webcast is probably the
Go
same
with the
thing.
web.
Glass cannon webcast, yeah, that's what I said, yeah.
That's kind of webcast.
I once knew a man who was bit by a spider and thought that he could cast webs, but really he was dying by the poison.
I think I knew that lad, Peter, yeah.
Magic.
Yeah, Peter.
Me too.
Oh, yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
Ah.
Super dead.
He shreds,
Wow.
you say.
Well, I always liked the Parker family.
Yeah, I
No,
actually
what's
don't
the
like this.
Parker?
Can we retcon that Peter Parker's still alive, please?
Oh no.
I can't live in this world.
Yep, that's true. So, you're investigating murders then? Did you guys say that?
Indeed.
We didn't say that, but good guess, yeah.
How do you
Well,
know that?
I mean, if the captain sent us their way, then we can probably assume that they know the business that we're here for. That's me saying that out of character, but
Sorry. I mean, maybe you didn't say, but she's like, is there anything I can do for you?
yes, we're here.
I
We've
don't
been
remember.
sent here
Sorry.
by, is it what, Captain Arvin, right? I forget
Ambrose.
his name, so Ambrose. Captain Ambrose sent us over here. We're investigating the Rose Street murders, so we are we're here to check some stuff out.
Ah, the murders. I wish we'd been able to turn more up by now. Everyone's on edge.
Understandably. Uncertainty, scary for anyone.
We've received some information that the killer might be tied to the Puddles district.
Well, I hope that's not the case. That makes my job a lot more difficult.
Ours too. Do you think, perchance, that you could help us?
Well, I'm quite busy, as you see. She's like stomping on rats' heads and stuff, like currently while having this conversation. It's like, well, I don't know. You could attempt like a diplomacy check here, or if you want to try to deceive her in some way, you could attempt that as well. Or you have the money that you guys were sent.
I'll do a diplomacy check.
Okay.
The DM's gone. Party, guys.
Woo!
God's dead. Party.
God, that's so many layers to it.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I don't even know what to say.
Okay.
It's okay.
If you want to go the diplomacy route, that's fine.
Oh, yeah. That's
Go ahead and
fine.
roll.
I got a 21.
Okay. 21 is a
It's
good
usually
shot.
better to start with not lying, but if
Yeah.
that doesn't work, then to shift to lying. That's usually how it goes.
I was thinking that if diplomacy didn't work, then we bring out the bribe.
Well-
That's good.
You seem like honest folk, so I'll tell it to you straight.
Nice.
We did receive evidence, a report a few days back from a local named Dahlia that one of her friends had gone missing. Now, with the number of problems we've been having, we didn't really have time for the full investigation without more evidence that pointed towards foul play. But if you want to follow up with her, she does work at the local tavern, and then she kind of looks at Kirby, and then she swallows really hard. The frog's tongue.
Mm.
And I kind of look at Kirby, making sure he still has a tongue.
I open my mouth and say, "Here it is," and I, the stereotypical frog grab the tongue,
Oh.
like the first X-Men movie.
Mm.
You know what happens when a frog gets struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else. Such a dumb line, but iconic.
It's
I kind of love it.
Yeah, no, it's
there's
great.
a certain charm to those X-Men movies. But yeah, okay. So she does give you guys directions. The frog's tongue is just a few streets down. If you want to go follow up with Dahlia for more information.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do it.
definitely.
It also says here, if the PCs choose to get this information without providing the donation, they can spend that extra money on gear.
Weren't
Best
we
choices-
supposed to give that to the guards? We haven't met a guard yet, have we?
No, that's what she was. A
She's a
muckraker.
muckraker.
I thought the muckrakers were a group, but there was guards for them.
No, that's what they call the guards in the Puddles district because they're walking through the mud.
As a local, I-
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't understand.
But you could get a minor elixir of life, which is a healing potion, for 30 silver pieces. Alchemist fire for 30 silver pieces, or similarly, other level 1 alchemical gear is all about the same cost. Obviously, you guys don't have to spend it like that. You can split it up if you want. There's 35 silver pieces. So between all of you guys, that would be 6 apiece. One person only gets 5. Oh,
I
no,
could
wait,
take-
There's 4 of you. There's 4 of you.
35 divided by 4
I-
is 8.75.
I was gonna say that'd be 9 apiece, and only one person gets 8.
I'll take 8. Unless we want to do the bigger ticket item, but I don't think it probably matters.
Nah, good with just splitting.
Yeah, I'm good with taking 9.
Okay, well. Or we could give her the money and be like, is there anything else you want to tell us?
I'm the killer. Just
Oh no!
and now I'm rich. 35
She's
silver pieces.
Common thief. all along.
Mm.
Should have saw and think it. What would we have had to roll? What is it? Would we have to roll deception to know if someone was deceiving us, or what's the what is
Probably
that? Hypothetically.
society might be decent, or deception ourselves. Like instead of trying to deceive, trying to like catch
Yeah, see a
deception.
deception. Yeah.
It's a perception check. So
Perception.
Perception.
sensing motive is something you can do with the perception skill in Pathfinder Second Edition. It's a one action movement. You try to tell whether a creature's behavior is abnormal. Any signs that it's trying to deceive someone. I get to roll a secret perception check for you and compare it to the deception DC of the creature if he rolled it, if he's lying.
Interesting.
So if you critically succeed, you get an idea of the creature's true intentions and if there's any mental magic affecting it. A success, you can tell if it's behaving normally or abnormally. Failure, you believe whatever the deceptive creature wants you to believe. And then critical failure is you get a misunderstood idea of the creature's intentions.
It's kind of cool. Like I know you can do it with any game, but I do like the idea of like secret checks. Like any DM can do that, but the fact that they kind of have it written out a little bit more is kind of a cool idea.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we make our way to the Frog's Tongue.
All right.
Making our way downtown.
The Frog's Tongue is a bar that kind of embraces the fact that water often floods the Puddles district, and
That's
they
cool.
realize that keeping the first floor of the building dry was a losing battle. So the owners have instead hollowed out the first floor and built a permanent pond, stocking it with local frogs for novelty. The tavern's patrons primarily climb the stairs up to the second floor.
You know, in real life, that'd actually be sick for like
Primarily.
what's the city
Yeah,
that's
dude.
on the water?
Venice?
Yeah, just having like a pool
Yeah,
bar in Venice, have be the bottom
sinking
floor.
city.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
Have
perfect.
like the bottom floor be a pool bar, like a pool, you know, you swim up or whatever, but then the floors above it aren't. That's actually like super cool.
Except, isn't the water in Venice like extremely dirty?
Fucking disgusting.
it is.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
just
but
like
if you
a
put out like a
canal.
you could like filters around it and stuff.
Oh,
like
just like stop the pool every 30 minutes. Just dump chlorine in there.
yeah. Well, if it floods, you would have to, but if it didn't flood,
Yeah.
then it'd just be nice.
But so the sign announcing the tavern is a mummified frog that is just glued to a slab of wood and has no words.
Frog or whatever Kirby is. I don't know why you saying
Animal
frog.
frog.
I'm gonna clip it because it was funny. Literally, Crisp ate it. Like I could see you say frog. I could see you say it, but no sound came out of your mouth. You just did it again. Oh, now you're
Who
just
knew? Who knew that
Fucking
image would
got
come in
him.
handy again?
you did nail me that time.
Read between the lines. All right. Now I know you're watching me so closely. I'll do more funky stuff.
If I have our stream on you, then I'm watching you.
Okay. So when you guys arrive early in the morning, its business is pretty slow. The doors to the kitchen are open, and you can see a woman, presumably this Dahlia person, frying fish in a skillet.
As we walk past the mummified frog, I say, "Hi, Dad."
Kirby says, "Be of peace, son of the Puddles."
Son of
Yeah, if it's not clearly like obvious based on how it's gone so far since we've been in the puddles, I'm just kind of following Kirby here.
Okay.
Like this is a part of the city that maybe I haven't been to very much, like with any of my bounty hunting excursions. So I'm kind of just letting him lead the
I'd like
way.
to imagine as a bit of a local celebrity in the puddles because of my bardic, prowess. I walk into the Frog's Tongue, which not named after me, but some part of my head thinks it's named after me.
Mhm.
named after
like
your
it.
heritage.
Named after my heritage, and do finger guns at the frogs on the lily pads inside the pond, and ribbon at them, and then make my way up to the bartender and say, "Is Dahlia in today?
Yep, she's cooking.
Can me and my friends talk to her?"
I don't really give a rat's ass. Yeah.
Always great to
Calm
talk
down.
to you, Morgan.
this is gruff old guy. Yeah. So yeah, you guys go around and as soon as Dahlia sees you, she kind of like, oh, thank the gods, the Mokrokers finally decided to send someone after all.
We're
As I was
here to
telling,
help.
yeah, as I was telling the badge lady with the dog tattoo, it's not like Justinian to not show up for work. He's a cook, same as me, and he loves his job. Now he'd been a slave for years. Before that, and with all that, it's not around anymore. He finally had a chance to pull his life together. Puddles, is unforgiving, but he was managing just fine. He kept talking about he was worried about one of them underground slavers was going to come and snatch him again. I thought it was just talk, but now I'm worried they got him.
What was the name again?
Just
Tyrion.
Styrian.
Syrian.
It's on our list, our
Is it?
waterlogged notebook. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I
Number
was
one.
asking for.
You've heard
Dan,
from him. No.
Justinian,
And,
male human dock worker, 40 years old. Worry about Justinian. More known as Spirit.
Dahlia? Did Justinian
And-
used to work on the docks?
I feel like this is like an episode of
out of character question, mostly because I don't remember some of the specifics. Do we know if all of the people in this, like, we know that these people were freed, but do we know if all of the people in these lists are confirmed dead?
no.
The only ones that we know confirmed dead are
Okay.
the Pathfinder, second to the bottom,
Okay.
Justinian, most likely now, and then the barber's girlfriend.
Yeah,
No, I
Rima
feel like,
was found dead.
I feel like Justinian might be one of those like the show I was thinking it was Criminal Minds. How like in Criminal Minds, like someone dies and then someone dies again halfway through the episode, and then you think the third person's about to die, but they always like barge in and save him at the last minute. It's the same for every episode. I feel like this person might be our, maybe they're not dead. Like that's the person we're gonna find and like save at the
Yeah.
last minute type situation.
Out of
And the
character.
reason I say that is because the map, if I'll pull a stream to the map, does say Justinian's residence is a highlighted part on the map for if you go to number 2 lobby. If you guys aren't already on the number 2 lobby map and scroll up a little bit, that is the map of the city. That's what I've had up this whole time to kind of see where we're at with the puddles. But it does say Justinian's residence, so that could be a future hint, foreshadowing, if you will.
Mhm.
I'll stop talking now.
Dahlia, I want to
Yes.
prepare you for this. There's
Oh.
a pretty good chance Justinian is dead. And I show her the list. And I go, this person's dead, this person's dead, we don't know
Oh,
about
no.
this person,
Oh
Justinian.
no!
Just fear mongering.
Yeah. Now, Dahlia, I don't want you to become faint, but we need to know, where can we find out more about Justinian?
You really think he's dead? That man
think-
was brilliant as a whistle, whatever you say.
Well, we
One of
hope
the
he's
best cooks
not.
I've ever met.
We hope he's not, but we have
So
to
you-
we have to continue our investigation to find out for sure.
You did ask if he worked on the docks. Yes. When he was a slave, he was forced to work down there, but when he was free, he found that he loved to cook. He was going to be on, what's that show?
Oh, I think you're thinking of Hell's Kitchen, yeah?
Top
Master Cook.
Oh, Master
Ah.
Cook, yeah. That one's not as good, but that's fair. He probably wasn't that good of a cook.
That's-
Rightfully dead, probably. Excuse me. Oh, if you had to guess, how much blood do you think that Justinian had in him?
The
Total.
same as a normal person. What
Wait, really?
relevance does that have to the investigation?
No, nothing. I just was curious. Hey, where? Do you think that you could point us to where Justinian lived? Maybe we could go around, find some information about maybe where he's been, what's going on.
Yes.
We would love to find
Yes.
him. Our goal here
Yes.
is to find people before they're dead, but
Yes.
I won't lie to you. He's probably dead at this point.
Oh,
Why did
Well,
it start coming through there?
yeah.
What started coming through? I'm really struggling with this accent thing. I can do higher or lower, but an accent is really tough for me. To stay in character.
Yeah, so she can give you directions to his house. He was staying in this old rotten mansion. No one to look for him there. The previous owners have abandoned it. it was just kind of a he found a way in, and he kept sleeping inside. I told him he needed to be careful. He said maybe it was the slavers, like he said. I don't know who his enemies are. He's been real private about his past, and I don't like to pry.
Well, Dahlia, we'll let you know if we can find your good friend Justerian alive or dead. And if he's dead, we will bring proof back to you.
Oh, well,
His teeth. We'll rip out his teeth and bring them back for you.
it's particularly gruesome. I don't think as a regular
His hand.
maid.
You want us to bring back his hand
No,
if he's
no,
dead?
Please.
What would
please
you like
don't
to
show
bring
me
back as proof?
If you find him, and
Well, just text you a
he has
picture.
some- oh, yeah. Okay, that'd be great.
I think
We'll
word
just text you a
will-
picture.
Word of the situation will be enough.
We'll hang his body up so everyone can see him, and then the word will get to you.
So, is there anything else that you want to ask her before you guys go looking?
Yeah. I mean, you saying that
It-
means that there's more information to gain, but I just
Yeah,
don't know what it
what
would
do we
be.
know?
I-
What do we
I've
know?
got
What are we
something.
missing?
I've got something. Did Justerian have any? What's the word I'm looking for?
Was he part of
Any
a cult?
thoughts? Like, you said that there was like some underground slavers or something. Did he say any like where he thought people might be? I don't know, stalking him, I guess is the best word.
Where
Like-
did he hang
like,
out?
there-
Like maybe if there's an area
yeah,
or
like
something.
was there a certain bar down the street that he's like, oh, I can't go over there because that's where a bunch of the slavers are, or something like that. Any place that we can start other than just his
House.
house.
She says, well, no, not particularly. She says he always was constantly watching over his shoulders when he was in public, and the only place he said he really felt safe was this mansion, but it's quite a dangerous building. She said it's not safe. The stairs are full of termites, the attic's full of bats. One good storm and the whole place will probably come down.
It sounds like this place might have like a map involved with it. Yeah, you have a map of this place.
I don't personally, but I'm sure that there are people who do.
Oh, okay. And was he by himself? He lived by himself, yeah?
Yeah, it's just him as far as I know. I don't think there was anyone that he was sweet on.
Anyone sweet on him though? Any he have any admirers, you might say?
I mean,
Or
I thought he was a very special person.
Oh.
Oh,
Are
you killed
maybe
him.
sweet on him?
Said I hope you find him alive. I truly do.
Well, we do too. Like I said, I think this is an episode of Criminal Minds, and he's our third victim. So I'm just playing.
Well, that stands to reason. I mean, I can even understand the logic of that, and the comfort that a repeating pattern would bring.
All right, I
thousands
will
of
say
viewers
this
every
might
week.
be a 2 or 3 part episode though, in which case, we're gonna find 6 dead before we find the
Oh.
killer. So
Oh no!
yeah, he might be one
It
of
has
many.
already- It
Yeah,
has already been 2 episodes, so.
yeah.
And the
But
way
the
that we
third
blow through
episode's a good one though. There's no 4-part episodes. You know what I'm saying? But so, hey,
Our current
yeah,
pacing has us on a particular path.
yeah.
Was he always worried about people catching him, or was it more of a recent thing?
Well, I mean, with the recent murders, he was quite sure that that's why people were disappearing around town. The Rose Street Killer is most likely one of these slavers, trying to get people back for freeing them. But I couldn't tell you. I said I begged the guards to help, and they couldn't even bother taking my statement.
The gods wouldn't take your statement.
The muckruckers, they said they were so
Oh,
busy.
the gods!
everything-
I thought you meant gods, like Zeus and whatnot.
It's the gods. I tried asking for help, but the gods would not have forsaken me.
They would not take my statement.
They would
I guess
take
they
my
are all knowing and
statement.
whatnot, so I guess that's fair.
They
But
already
no,
knew
the
my
muckruckers.
statement.
Yeah. We were gonna pay them off to have them be more helpful, but we took the money instead.
You have money.
No,
In the
I was
People's
just
District.
wait, this way, right? His house this way.
Yeah. So she gives you directions to his house.
I take out a silver coin and wink at Dahlia and give it to her.
I think you overshot it and lands in the water.
Yeah, I was gonna say you flick it into the water and the frogs all jump away. And then yeah, she's like,
Frog's gay.
that's right. She's like, well, I much appreciate you. I hope you find him. I hope he's okay.
I hope so too, Dahlia.
I
But
won't hold your
remember,
breath.
Your friend is most likely dead.
She's just okay, and she walks into the back, and you see her like through like a window, like walking up a ladder, and then all of a sudden,
Oh
he's
my fucking
Jesus Christ.
God. What the fuck? To be fair, I didn't think you were going to go hanging yourself. That was not the direction I was thinking. It's like, we'll bring back his teeth if we find him. Don't worry about it, love.
I knew we should have taken her shoelaces.
Jesus Christ.
When
Oh,
I saw her.
Epstein. She's been Epsteined. That's
Mm.
unfortunate. Jesus
Damn.
fuck. Brendan is twirling around.
That's awesome. I love the physical comedy.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
So, back to this game that we're playing.
Yeah. No more
Wow.
suicide jokes. Jesus Christ.
No, one more. Does anyone got one?
Oh, one more. All right.
We'll let it through. Oh, we'll look in the camera. You should always get help. People out there care about you. At the very least, I'm always looking for players in my Pathfinder games.
Jesus tits.
Yeah, it's something to do.
Yep, something to do.
Keep your mind busy.
In fact, if we can find a GM, that'd be great.
Oh,
Let
yeah,
me,
yeah.
Let me take a break. All right. Yeah. So you guys are. You gotta head to the manor now.
Head to
Yeah.
Mysterian's house.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Justinian's residence on the map.
Okay.
It's in the north middle
Specifically.
part. I'll zoom way in on it so we know exactly
Okay.
where it's at.
Should I, before I
Lost
show you this map, should I turn on vision?
Yes.
Vision.
Like Odysseus's ship, like Vision.
Prometheus' ship.
Damn it!
Come on, Austin.
It felt
Now
wrong
you're
when I
Greek
said
lore.
it. It felt wrong. No, my
Although
Greek
we did
lore.
have to explain Greek and Roman mythologies to you the first session, so
You didn't explain it to me. I
We
just said that they
kinda
are
needed to break it down.
different.
I don't
They're
know
just
about that.
pretty much the same, but like
See,
technically
I think that's
different.
where the confusion came in.
No
was that you
confusion.
didn't know.
I'm good.
Okay.
Did
We
you?
have
You
the
actually?
tapes. We can always watch them.
That's true. They're on YouTube. Check it out. YouTube.com/Austin Orr, because we don't have an actual name for our group, so I'm just taking the credit for everything.
Okay.
I thought of the name
Awesome
Dirty 20
Squad
today,
69.
and that was already taken. So
Dirty 20.
yeah, the Dirty 20 podcast. Shout out Dirty
Yeah.
20 podcast. You beat us to it.
Dude, wait till
Alright.
we get sponsored, then start saying that shit.
Yeah.
Gotta
Did you
have a
guys,
name being sponsored.
Is there a map?
No.
Are you pulled up on a map now?
We're still
No.
can only see the 3 maps.
Really?
Correct.
Yep.
Maybe you need
It'd
to
be
turn
weird thing to
vision
lie
off. Maybe the vision is so strong. Okay, we're loading in a map
Yours
now.
coming.
There we are.
Hope it works.
So we
Alright.
can see like these 2 squares all through here. I can see a little bit into here, and then the staircase down here and here,
Okay, well, let me.
and then like the edge here. But like this, actually, if you just look at the stream, everything's
Now
black.
it's all
now.
black.
100% black. Okay,
Oh.
now that's all gone.
Okay.
Now we can see here. That's it.
Yeah, there's like a big.
I've already memorized everything that's going on
There's
though.
a
a
so-
trap
big
as well.
black-
We couldn't
big
see
trap.
any enemies though, to be fair. Oh, what are you doing? Oh god.
It's getting better. No, I see what you're doing. This makes sense. Yeah,
Oh, you're
keep doing that.
revealing. Look at
You're
you
good.
go.
All
That's
good.
what I do when I get here. Luther sprints around the edge of the manor as fast as possible.
Okay.
Looking
Tri-
through all the windows,
Triple moving. Yeah.
the nooks and crannies.
Well, apparently you can see up the staircase. That's weird. All right. Anyways,
Correct.
Not
I assume that the wall is
ideal,
blown out because it's a rickety old building. So
that's true. Only weeds surround this once majestic manor house, which now leans slightly to the west, sinking into the muck. The first
Muck
floor is
ruckers.
flooded, and its front door hangs open. Inside, you see 2 staircases. Actually, I think this is probably. You guys are on the back of the house right now. I think this is probably the front.
okay.
So, like there's a front door right here, basically, and then you guys can see the 2 staircases, kind of, that lead up.
Okay.
The first floor is flooded. The front door hangs open. 2 staircases lead up to the second floor, and you see their steps are, even from this distance, riddled with holes and decay.
Perception check. I'm looking for signs of recent activity. It seems pretty abandoned, so if there's like freshly chopped down weeds or bent over material, or maybe like holes that look like it's freshly broken wood, that sort of thing. Just looking for recent activity with this perception check.
Okay.
Ooh, only rolled a 5. That's gonna be an 11 on the old percept.
Mine, my perception wasn't any better. Mine was 8.
Okay.
It's pretty thick weeds. It seems like hard to see.
Yeah,
through.
you guys are
My
very clear.
was a
Go ahead.
15.
Okay. So Kirby's doing better. The other 2 guys are looking around.
Lower angle, you can see up
Yeah,
through the weeds.
I don't
better.
know what's going on. Kirby has it up close and personal. He's like, doesn't look like anyone has been here, or if they had, it would be hard to tell. Like the whole first floor is flooded, so there's no way to leave footprints or anything like that around. There's places decaying and broken. It's hard to tell what could have been moved recently. But Kirby does tell, like the lady. Gosh, what was her name?
Dahlia?
Dahlia wasn't kidding. It does look like there's some significant termite damage to the exterior of the building and the interior of the building. Like the wood appears to have been chewed through. So you assume that going straight up the stairs might be kind of difficult.
Are termites just normal in this game, or are termites like big scary creatures too? Is there like
both.
giga termites? There are
There
giga.
are giant termites, yes. But,
Of
like
course
this
there are.
much appears to have been done by normal-sized termites.
Okay, but where
I would
there's
like
tiny
Little
ones.
holes in the wood and stuff.
I would like to light a torch,
Ooh.
Yes.
Ah.
and then I would like to put the torch near to some of the decayed wood that has possibly fallen off the house.
Okay.
Like the whole house on fire.
No, which should cause the termites to like
Scurry.
scurry and come to the surface of the wood.
Okay.
I'd like to lick the termites off the wood.
I don't. He's got the torch on one side, and the termites are coming out the holes.
Oi,
in the other, and
Kirby,
he's
what the fuck are you doing? Are you frying termites and eating them right now in the middle of a workday?
I was hungry.
That's actually
All
very
right.
resourceful.
Too
Good for you,
fair.
Kirby.
Yeah, that's fair. Are they any good?
Would you like to try some? And
No,
I
no, no. I'm
offer
all right. I'm all right.
the Luther.
That's okay.
try
And
one.
if Kirby's like on one side or the other, then Luther starts walking up the other side, like the stairs, very carefully. I don't know if I need to do any sort of a check to prevent me from falling through the stairs. I would argue maybe some acrobatics might be involved to get from steady spot to steady spot, or maybe acrobatics would be more involved to if I start falling to stop falling type of thing.
Yeah. You can do an acrobatics check to climb the stairs if you want. So go ahead and roll for Luther.
Cool.
Everybody else be thinking about what you might want to try.
That was cracked die.
I know exactly what I mean.
21 on the old acrobatics.
21. All right, acrobatics. That's more than enough. So you find.
Wait, just follow my steps, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say Luther quite deftly bounds up the stairs, finding all of the sure timbers, all of the wood that is still in good shape, and makes his way deeper into the manor. Would you rather go up the left side or the right side?
Whatever side Kirby wasn't on. So in my head, Kirby was kind of just like off to the right here, so he would go up this left side.
All right. So you're
However far that
upstairs
takes
now.
me.
I would like to enter into the flooded bottom area.
Okay.
And with my low light vision, because I'm assuming it's rather dark in here. Actually, I have dark vision. I would like to swim around and see if there's anything in that first level that's worth seeing.
Yeah, I'll tell you right away. Like you look around for a while, and it just looks like more floodwater, mold, and then rotten furniture that's kind of floating around or sunk in the mud.
I'd like to surface, belch,
Okay.
and then say, "Guys, I don't think there's anything on this floor. No one's been here for quite some time. This has been flooded for years."
Um, is there any sort of so this is what I would like to try and do. I was wondering if there is any sort of materials that I could use to like reinforce some of the like maybe just not necessarily like something that's gonna last a while, but just something that's gonna hold for now using crafting. So like just beams that are, kind of laying around outside or something that I can just kind of quickly tie around one of the support beams on the stairs or something, anything like that.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you could
Yeah.
probably even like maybe like some of the stairs are broken away, and you could try and find stuff that you could lift easily and shove into place, so you can just climb onto that.
Yeah, like a little ramp.
Roll craft check.
If anybody else wants to do acrobatics, because I could aid with that, like tell them like that looks like a spot you should jump to or something like that, maybe.
You
Nat
can. It's
20 for a total of 24.
Nice.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say that's enough to like shore up the stairs on one side or the other, so that anyone can climb up it if they want.
Nice. Cool.
Cool. So
do
yeah,
you want it
after
on
he
the right
does that,
side or the left side?
Do they look about the same on
Yeah, and
worse
they
for
they
wear?
both go up to the second floor. Yeah.
Well, I was more meaning where one is worse for wear. I'm guessing I'll just go to the right. Whoa.
Okay.
My guys.
Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, so
There you go.
Elnat climbs up the stairs on that side. Well, what about Kirby and Karu?
yeah, with this new ramp that has been constructed, Karu first taps the top of his new staff and casts light upon it. And so now he has a glowing wooden staff and saunters up the ramp towards the manor.
I'd also like to make my way up these reinforced stairs to follow Elnat.
So everybody's kind of climbing up this way on the right. And so you guys kind of all get up to the top floor there. And you see it looks like there's several rooms here. A lot of them have doors that are closed. But the main room, the center of the floor, appears to have like drapes or shades that have been drawn. Like it is completely open. So this is open, and so is this.
And this is like open to we can see. Is this a level?
Yeah.
Like, between here and here is level, or is this
Yeah,
like go downstairs?
It's all
Okay.
level.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
or else
well-
we'd see it in the entrance, right? Or is like the complete front part, like this area? Is it? Where's the door?
Yeah, like the door. I'm assuming there's a door somewhere over here that you guys came in, and you
Okay.
came in underneath. This map is just of the second floor of the building. That's the map that
Okay.
was provided.
Okay,
So it
cool.
only shows the second floor, so I can't really show you what the first floor
Alright.
looks like.
Gotcha.
But
understood.
Okay.
So,
yeah. Luther would start at least walking towards his compatriots, but keeping a keen eye on the floor for rickety board. Like doesn't want to fall through to the first floor because there's not a map for it, so doesn't want to fall into the void.
Correct.
So
That would suck.
I would start walking this way and then roll anything that I need to try to get to the same side as my boys.
okay. Yeah. So as far as you can tell, the floor seems like it's in better shape at least than the stairs that leading up to it. Maybe the termites haven't gotten up this far in the building yet. But yeah, you walk across and you kind of all meet each other in the middle. So it looks like there's two rooms here.
C1
So
and
I'll
C2.
tell you what's going on here. So this room to the south appears to be a moldering bedroom. Other than the bed, which is adorned with fresh blankets and pillows. So there's fresh blankets and pillows on this old, rusted out looking bed. Then the rest of the furniture in the room appears to be in the same shape as the house. So it is decaying, covered in dust or mold. And then the other room to your north there is kind of like a stairwell. So there's a staircase that leads up. But there's the floor in that room contains several blood stains, and a dribbled trail of blood leads up the staircase. Now, the only other thing that you guys spot immediately upon coming in here is that bubbling out from underneath the bed, there is a pool of ooze that appears to like coalesce and form a single long tendril that lashes out towards you. So we will roll. Initiative.
All right.
And that's in C2? Oh no, C1, sorry, excuse
C1.
me.
He won. Yeah, it came out of the bed.
Okay.
Yep.
All
You did say
right.
that, I just didn't see the bed.
Better
Okay,
than it was earlier.
mine's worse.
Dirty 20. I finally got a good
Nice.
initiative roll.
I didn't.
Having
But better
no
than Elmat.
initiative bonus really sucks.
You have nothing to your perception?
I have
Damn.
perception, but not initiative.
Perception is you're rolling.
Perception is. Yeah. Because you can choose what it's going to be. And so usually it's perception. And so, like, just default perception.
It's like I have a +6 on perception, so I rolled D20 +6.
Yeah, you can add your perception bonus to your initiative if you want. Whatever you got.
Updated.
Put you on par with everyone else. Okay.
Does anyone have a
Fine.
plus to their initiative? Like that actual score? Because mine's just a +0.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wonder if it's like specific, like classes and stuff. that-
Yeah, like a rogue
initiative.
thing maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It is entirely possible. Okay. Okay. We'll go ahead and sort you guys. So this thing, like I said, this thing crawls up from underneath the bed, lashes out at you. It is your turn. It is Karu's turn.
Okay. So with that, I'll go ahead and I'll try and like wrap it up with the sheets as it's like gooping out of the bed. I'll move the sheets over to it and like fling the sheets at it to try and like cover it back up and to wrap it up. But just casting telekinetic projectile.
Okay.
For a 18 to hit.
Okay. On this thing, 18 is a definite hit.
Sweet.
Actually, an 18 is a critical hit.
Ooh, another
Nice.
crit. All right.
What?
I love these low level
Only
encounters.
an 8 DC or AC?
Has anyone? Okay, show of hands. Has anyone in this group fought an ooze in a Pathfinder or D&D game?
D&D I have, yes.
I don't.
Every game I've
I
ever
don't
played has been
think
with
I
you,
have.
and we've never fought an ooze, so.
I don't think
They're
I
bad.
Yeah, they have like
Josh, is this
special
something you've
properties
done?
though.
No, I don't think it's anything I've done.
Okay. I will just tell you guys because you guys haven't played very much. Oozes are very easy to hit, but very hard to hurt.
They have a lot of resistances.
Yeah, or it's like they're built very sturdy. So, anyways, so yes, you
So critical
critically
is
hit
good.
the ooze. How much damage is it?
Critically hit, that would be 2d6 plus 8. So I'll roll my 2d6. Oh, I roll 1 and then double it.
Yeah.
Oh, with a 6. Alright, so 12 plus 8 is 20. So 20 points of whatever a blanket does. You can, I
Okay.
guess, GM discretion.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that is a high roll. It's unfortunate that you spot it. You very easily target it with this blanket. You think it's going to do a lot of damage to it, and it looks like it doesn't. Looks like at least half of that damage doesn't go through.
Damn.
What would we
Damn.
need to roll to learn or know what kind of resistances or something it has?
So all of the
Nature,
knowledge checks in
mysticism.
this game are like actions, so they all take
Actions,
an
yeah.
action.
That's
to
fair.
do
Yeah, yeah.
On your
Okay.
turn, but it is.
So I still have an action. So
Mhm.
that's 2 actions to do the telekinetic projectile.
Yeah,
So can
there
I
you
do
go.
a do a knowledge? Just like I look at it and like, what the fuck? That blanket should have killed it.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
I like the timing on that. That you wouldn't do it first, like you'd attack and realize it doesn't look like very much hit it, and then do some sort
Yeah.
of a what the fuck is that?
That's just
type
what
thing?
actually happened. It was just
It is-
IRL.
It is. Oh, it is occultism.
Oh,
Oh,
perfect.
you-
That's-
perfect, yeah,
That's
that's
my
great.
speciality. Okay. Good roll.
Yeah,
Good
what do you know
roll.
about sewer oozes?
Damn it. 12.
Not a lot.
Okay.
I'm also not looking at it directly because it's wrapped up in the blanket, so I don't have a clear eye on what I'm studying.
Fair. State level based DC. Okay. What did you say you got? You got a 12?
12. Yep.
Okay.
5 plus 7.
So I'll give you basic information about oozes, and something that you know probably just from your attack. They actually are immune to critical hits.
Oh.
Oh. Wait, so
So
it
even-
didn't take my double damage?
Right. So it only took 10 points of damage instead of 20.
Okay.
So here's a question.
Um,
I guess it doesn't matter. Never mind. We don't roll twice. That's the only way that makes sense.
So, yeah, they don't take extra damage from critical hits. They don't take mental damage. They don't take precision damage. They don't see, so they're not subject to visual
Mhm.
effects. They cannot fall asleep, and they cannot be harmed with acid.
That makes
I guess
sense
you know
because
this
they
thing
basically
is-
are
Makes
just acid.
sense. Yeah.
It really is. This thing is made of jelly. That it is quite dangerous.
Acidic
But
jelly.
you did do some damage to it.
The
and it is
worst Jello
Elnat's turn.
flavor, if I may say
Okay.
so.
Yeah, it's true. I hate it when I accidentally grab a bottle of acidic Jello instead of
Oh,
vanilla or
Yeah.
cherry flavor that you actually make Jello with. Doesn't vanilla Jello, like if it
It
was
sounds
actually the Jello texture, just like sound disturbing?
Oh my god.
I hate
that
it. I
sounds
hate it.
awful.
I hate it.
That's probably what slimes are made of, is
Yeah,
vanilla
exactly,
jelly.
Vanilla Jello.
I get like
Ugh.
a pudding vibe instead of like a
Yeah,
Jello
Yeah,
vibe.
so
It makes sense
Vanilla
for
pudding
pudding,
is good.
Yeah.
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 But when you say it as Jello, I hate it.
but jello, no.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Okay. Justin,
Um.
what's the thought? Tell me what you're thinking.
In a tough spot here.
I'm going to use my. I'm going to use the one focus point I have. At least I assume that, because I only have one of the little things on the spells, so I'm assuming I only have one spell slot at this time.
Okay.
I'm going to use Fire Ray
Oh,
on
wow.
this thing.
Okay.
Sick.
Let's see. Just
Do
as
it.
a spell attack, so. Does a 16 hit? I'm assuming, since you said they're easy-ish to hit.
Correct. Yes, that is
Oh
it.
yeah,
Cool.
dude.
2d6. Max damage on one die. Is there anything else? Oh, so on this it says it has spell attack +3, and then it has 2d6 and then 1d4. Is that I roll all of that as damage? So like 2d6 and then 1d4.
So the 1d4 is persistent fire damage if you get a critical
Oh,
success.
gotcha. Okay, then yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Figured.
So 8 damage on it.
8 fire damage on this thing. You've already hit it for 10 points of physical damage. So you guys are beaten up on this ooze a little bit, but it's gonna keep coming. You still have one action, I think, on your turn. There's 2 actions. Cast a spell.
Yeah. Then I am going to. Justin's thought is to take out the sling because he doesn't want to get too close, but
Hmm.
I don't know. Elnat's gonna take out his long sword. He doesn't. Normally he would go for his great axe, but he doesn't. He doesn't know much about this thing. He doesn't want to potentially, ruin his axe. So he's
Sure.
gonna take out his long sword.
Draw your sword.
Yeah, seeing a
Alright.
cube of acid, he doesn't want to tarnish his blade. It makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So it is going to be the ooze's turn. So let's see. It's going to. That's enough. Okay. It's going to like bubble, burst, and it's going to shoot out this wave of sewage. It's going to try and launch it at you guys. So that is going to be everyone within a 20-foot radius, which I think might be everyone in the group here. We're going to see. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Damn,
it's just
got all
going
of us.
to.
No one
It's
moved.
just going to launch. It's going to launch this this wave of filth at you. So everybody within the area make a reflex save.
A simple reflex save, out of curiosity? Or a basic?
It says no. It just says reflex save.
Interesting.
22.
And where do we see what our
It should be on the same bar as your AC, to the right of your health. Fortitude, reflex, and will.
Fortitude, reflex, will.
Ooh, let's
17.
fucking go. I rolled a
18.
15 for a total of 23.
Okay, 17, 18, 23. Those are all successes.
And then 22 for. Yeah.
What did Kirby get?
22.
22. Okay. All right. So everyone succeeded on this. So, okay, on a success, you take no damage and are not hampered by the wave of sludge and filth and slime that comes out of this creature.
Awesome.
So nothing.
So
We're good.
If you fail, you take acid damage and are hampered 10 feet, which means your movement is reduced by 10 feet for 1 minute. On a critical fail, you actually are knocked prone by the wave of sewage.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
And then you can take actions on each turn to clean off the sewage, but all of you guys avoided it. So there was a perfectly timed moment where all 4 of you guys jumped into the air over a wave of this green garbage water that came.
We practiced
floating
earlier.
Imagine it's like
with
a
our
boss
high five.
fight. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
true. Imagine it's like a boss fight, like a wave's coming, we have to like time the jump and jump. And it goes
This
underneath.
is the first time you're battling this creature in Elden Ring, and every single one of you timed the jump perfectly.
Yeah.
And avoided the attack. So, well done. But it will now probably just move towards you with its remaining action. It's gonna slime its way towards you very slowly and ominously. And it will be Kirby's turn.
I'm going to cast Inspire Courage
Okay.
on everyone. It's a 60-foot emanation, so I'm pretty sure that hits everyone.
Covers everybody. Yep.
Yeah, and then I will
Alright.
also cast Infectious Enthusiasm. Those are both just verbal.
Single actions.
So what do those do?
That's so +1 to all damage, attack, and save against fear effects for Inspire Courage, and then for Infectious Enthusiasm, for just this round, everyone gets +1 to attack rolls.
So that doubles, so it's a +2 for attack rolls right
Plus
now?
2 for
Awesome.
attack rolls.
For this
Right.
round at least, and then a
And
plus.
then you have a +1 to damage, and then +1 to fear saves. So
And
somehow
how much or how long does the first effect last?
the first effect lasts 1 round. So both
Okay,
of these
so-
should last a single round. So this
Okay,
next
so a +2 to attack and a +1 to damage for this
Yeah.
round. Okay,
and
cool.
a +1 to fear saves.
And fear saves if it happens. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just verbal, so I'd like to imagine that Kirby starts singing to try to calm the slime down, but also to inspire his allies. He sings the song of the great slime monster Corbidius III, which
I love that one.
frequented the Puddles District 20 years ago.
That was a fucking banger, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Street Fire. I actually have that on my iPad.
It's actually sung to the tune of "Hey There, Delilah."
Hey there, Corbidius.
Piteous.
Okay, so okay.
What is
My-
life in Puddles District?
I guess that's 2 actions. Did you do anything with the third?
1,000 miles away, and still you smell like shit.
Infectious
Yes, you do.
Enthusiasm takes 2 actions.
Oh, okay.
so that-
Cool. That's all 3. So
Alright.
Misa,
So Kirby moves, gives everyone some bonuses, and it is Luther's turn.
and no one has actually used a weapon, so I'm still gonna have to be the one to use 2 actions to actually get into position here. So Luther is going to draw his sword as 1 action, and then move around to the backside of this thing as another action.
Is talking a free action? Can I talk
Yep.
in between his turn? Like talk
Yep.
to Luther?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I advise against that, brother. Your blade might be tarnished by the action.
Like I shouldn't swing at it?
Like, you might not keep the sword if you attack with it. by
Oh,
my
like it's gonna
understanding.
eat my sword?
Yeah, like slimes are known to destroy everything they touch.
Well, okay.
You don't
Well,
have a good way of
as
hurting it, right?
as Austin, as Austin, I hear you, but as Luther, I think he would be
Sure,
like,
yeah, I'm just a monkey
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yep.
Because I have a hand crossbow too, so if I like lose my sword, I could back up and start crossbowing it.
Play your character.
Yeah, so Luther would hear that and go, "Oi, mate, this ain't the first slime I fought." And so he draws a sword, gets off to the side, and I realize that it actually probably doesn't matter, because I was gonna be flanking, but I probably don't actually need to be flanking, because you
I
don't.
do have a staff out.
Do you
and
have a
that's
staff out?
technically- Yeah, like it's producing light right now, so I can see. So yeah,
Is
it's
that a melee weapon?
weapon.
Is that threatening then, Brennan? So this would be flanking.
I can hit with
It
that.
It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. It doesn't matter. It has an 8 AC, and I would get a +2 to hit. So I literally, I have
But
a
we're learning.
+6 to hit, so I literally can't miss, unless I roll a natural 1. Then it's like a critical failure. Okay. So, but that's only okay. So fuck it. I'm just gonna roll. I'm gonna. Yeah, this is where I want to be. Fuck it. I don't care. Okay. So I'm gonna try to swing with the sword. Yeah, it's a good thing. I only got an 11 to hit.
Okay, that's a hit.
Okay. And there, I thought about it. The only thing that I get with having panache, oh Jesus Christ, panache, is I get precision damage as a bonus, but it's immune to precision damage. So
Correct.
that's pretty cool. I mean, it sucks that he is, but it doesn't means that I don't have to waste an action, trying to shit talk this slime.
Correct.
Oh, I rolled a fucking max damage. 9 points of piercing damage. I
Okay.
pierce into this ooze. I'm sure that'll do a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you stab into it, and it sinks deep and like bubbles away from where you stabbed it, and it does not take your blade.
That's good. Oi!
But knowledge.
Sikaru, I told you! And I pull out my sword, and it's just got ooze dripping off of it, and I kind of hold it up, and it accidentally gets into my hair a little bit. Fucking hey!
Now it smells like burnt hair in here.
And
Great, thanks,
now that
Luther.
Luther is like completely in this room, you see that the room is kind of like covered with this thing's like sludge, like a thin layer of it. So like stepping around in it, you're like, oh, this is gross, and it actually does. It will slow you down as long as you're in that room with it.
Like it's difficult terrain.
Like it's. I don't think difficult terrain is a thing in this game.
It is.
But
I mean, it
you
was
are-
for Side Quest Side Sesh, first episode. Remember, the Dryad cast that spell that made it difficult terrain when they were running around in that first combat.
I'd be surprised if they took that away. That's a
Yeah,
pretty.
well, there's
basic-
definitely difficult terrain.
Okay, all squares that contain the sludge are considered difficult terrain. You're right.
Yes, I like being
So,
right.
so all the squares within the actual room itself.
Okay,
So
I still could
as
have
long as
made
you're
it.
inside the room.
I think.
Yeah.
So, but okay.
Considered difficult.
Oh, it's fucking gross in here, mate. Y'all should stay out there. I'll be back out in a second.
So
Fuck
you,
me.
you
It's like-
easily stab this thing, do some damage to it, but you guys have been shouting to each other a little bit, making some noise. This thing is like bubbling and burbling and like smashing into the ground as it like launches itself
it's
forward to attack you
gonna
guys.
break through the floor.
And you hear the sound of screeching, and thousands of tiny wings erupt from the room behind you as a swarm of bats come barreling out of the
Oh,
and
fuck.
toward you
Oh, a
guys.
swarm! Dude, it really is hitting us with all the mechanics.
And it covers both Elnat and Kirby
Oh my
in
god.
its area.
You fought a
Wow.
swarm in a Pathfinder, right? You guys did like a bug thing or something? It
It's
wasn't
usually
Tui,
bug, yeah.
but it was some sort of bugs, I feel like, if I'm remembering correctly.
It does happen.
Okay,
Alright,
yeah, I have to imagine
so
my
they will-
piercing damage is going to be jack shit against a swarm.
Yeah, so any enemies within the swarm space is subject to the damage. If you make a reflex save, it will half the damage. So
So,
go ahead and make a
reflex?
reflex save from Elnat and Kirby.
Reflexes is 15.
15.
Alright, so both of those are successes. So you will only take 1 point of piercing damage, but you will also take 1 point of persistent bleed damage. So persistent damage, at the end of your turn, you take the specified amount and type of damage, and then you can attempt a flat check, DC 20, to remove the damage on your turn.
Okay, so this one's at the end, like, because
End of your turn.
normally it was
Flat
at
check
the
DC 20
beginning.
means you have to roll a natural 20, right?
Correct.
Okay.
You roll any damage dice and then you take the percent. Your ally can also spend actions to help you recover from persistent damage, such as using medicine to administer first aid to stop bleeding. Successfully doing so reduces the DC of the flat check to 15 and gives you an immediate extra check to end the damage. So if somebody's able to patch you up with the DC 15 heal check, your DC goes down to 15 and you get an automatic check to avoid the damage. But it will be Karu's turn now.
Okay.
So this bat swarm has erupted from behind you. They notice that they could potentially envelop you guys entirely, but they seem to be staying away from the ooze,
Smart.
as though they
Smart.
fear its power.
Okay. Having Kaoru standing here looking at this ooze, covering it with the blanket, it popping out, Luther stabbing it, and then all of a sudden the bat swarm coming up from behind him, the hairs on the back of his neck stand up, and he inadvertently
Says,
uh,
man.
I hate to interrupt. I actually did 10 points of damage. I forgot the +1 from Josh's thing.
Oh.
Not 9.
ooh,
Nice.
yep.
Well, hand off the chess piece.
That's true.
Maybe next year.
Jesus, next year.
Oh,
Yep.
come on.
Okay, what does Karu do? Go ahead.
Do something.
Kaoru unleashes his psyche.
Oh.
Ooh. Mind thrust.
Yes, and so with this, when he unleashes his psyche, I am surrounded by the visual manifestation of my psychic magic.
Oh.
So
What is it?
yeah, so for Karu, it is just a kind of like a gust of wind almost. It's like you feel the force of his surroundings being like moved around him, sort of like Aang's air bubble, something like that. Less of like an actual sphere, but more of just like the things around him being shifted and moved all about him,
I'm into
as
it.
if his mind is in overload. So that just happens at the start of my turn, on my second turn. And so then he goes to stride over to, let's say that square there.
Out of my sight. I can no longer see him. Goodbye, sweet Karu.
Bye, old friend.
And with my psyche unleashed,
Oh,
I can now
see him.
cast
Thanks.
telekinetic rend,
Oh.
and I'm actually going to amp it with a focus point.
Okay.
And
does. Just temporary resources.
exactly. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. It caught me by surprise, and now I'm taking a step back and really unleashing what I got.
Okay. Are you attacking? What are you attacking?
I'm creating 2 non-overlapping 5-foot bursts of bludgeoning and slashing damage onto, let's say probably like one of these 2 squares, and then on the ooze's square.
5-foot burst
Okay.
is still gonna hit out a little bit, isn't it? Like a 5-foot.
Is it? I'm not
Is
sure
it
how-
centered on a? If it's centered on a thing, like if it's centered on an intersection, that's a 5-foot burst. But if it's centered on a, if
okay.
it's centered on a square, then it would be. So I imagine it's actually centered on like an intersection.
Yeah, there's
it's
one
like
that's
that.
a burst template.
I don't know how Pathfinder does it.
Yeah, let's look at 5-foot burst, Pathfinder 2nd edition.
Maybe I
Deploy
shouldn't
them
do
in
this.
all directions from a single corner of a square within the range of the effect.
So a single corner would be an intersection. So yeah, it's going to be a 2x2. So two 2x2s. So if you
No, I could do-
if you stand
I could do
here,
these. And
sorry, I don't
he
mean to mean you.
these.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
do it without
okay.
hitting any of us.
Okay. Yeah, I do that.
I'm gonna put you back because I didn't want to move you. I'm sorry.
There you good. Yeah, I kind of wanted to step back away. He gets.
I just
a
didn't know
little
if you could
spooked by
see the two
bats.
spots that you need to see to be able to cast it in those spots.
Does Karu's energy have any particular colors or schemas?
Not white.
Not white.
Colors or schemas. Oh,
What does it
we're
look
in
like?
we're
What
in a
this
haunted
happens?
house. I'd make it like a gray or a black or something, just to match
Okay.
the surroundings.
Alright, so there's going to be a burst of energy here and a burst of energy here, just rippling up out of coming forth from your mind. Now, does that have the mental trait anywhere on it?
Uncommon cantrip, evocation, and psychic.
Okay, so I don't think it says mental, so it's not mental damage. You're doing it with your mind,
No,
but
no,
it's
it's
not
physical
like...
damage.
Okay, alright.
Bludgeoning and
So,
slashing.
okay, so we will do. So it says bludgeoning and slashing.
Yeah,
assume
because
that
I
means
amped
it's
it.
half and half.
Yeah, 1d6 bludgeoning, 1d6 slashing.
Okay, it is half and half. Okay. So give me those separately. We'll go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Is it the same damage for both?
Actually,
both bursts?
it's a basic fortitude save for both creatures.
Okay.
It's not a roll. I just put them there and they do the fortitude
They
save.
both fail.
Perfect.
At least I'm assuming they do. It's a 10 and less than a 10. 10 and a
Okay,
6.
yeah. DC 17. So
Are either of those critical fails then? The 6 would be a critical fail, right?
I'm not sure if I don't see anything that says critical success.
It's a basic, right?
Basic
Yeah,
fortitude.
basic fortitude.
I could find basic saves again.
Hold on. Critical failure, you double the listed damage. I still
So
have it
yeah.
pulled up.
Does it say you roll damage separately for your two bursts, or is it one set of damage for the two
Amp,
bursts?
your thoughts expand in scope and power. The burst deals 1d6 bludgeoning damage and 1d6 slashing damage
So
instead
probably
of the
just
usual damage.
So probably just roll once.
Oh, a creature that critically fails is also stunned 1. Okay,
Wow.
so you're stunned.
Okay.
But also it's a
So-
failure, so you still take double damage, I think.
Sure. Okay, so let's roll. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's an area of effect, so I kind of think it makes sense to just roll it once and see how powerful
Yeah.
the blast was.
I
Okay. So 2d6
1d6
right now, or 4d6.
2d6, and then it'll do.
Yeah, for
Double
pick bludgeoning or
damage on
slashing before you roll it.
Okay, right, because you
Yeah.
roll and then double it. Right,
Right.
right. Ooh, almost minimum damage. A 1 and a 2. So 3.
So 3 points of damage on the ooze, and that's one. Which one's which? Bludgeoning versus slashing.
Oh yeah, the slashing was 1 and the bludgeoning was 2.
All right. And then on the bats, it's going to do double that. And they are going to be stunned 1, which I assume is something that can happen to them.
Maybe. Or at least half of them, since I got half
This
the
would be
group.
considered area damage, so we get to roll the. I don't know what weakness is due in Pathfinder. If you have weakness to a certain type of damage,
Oh, stun just makes them lose an action.
increase the damage you take by the
Oh.
value of the weakness. Okay,
So stunned one makes them lose one action.
So you said you did 3 points of damage,
Mhm.
doubled to 6, and they have weakness 4 to area of effect spells. So they actually take 10 points of damage.
Oh, nice. Okay, sweet. So that was the perfect thing to cast on them.
Yeah, that's dope.
It was a
Very
good-
cool.
All right.
It's a very good call. Now they do have some resistances to specific types of damage, so some of that might get mitigated a little bit.
Sure. Since it's bludgeoning and slashing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I feel
some
like
of that
slashing
does
would
get
be good against a swarm, but maybe bludgeoning not as much.
absorbed.
Like
yeah.
just thinking out loud.
Yeah. And then maybe bludgeoning is better than slashing on the ooze. Like maybe it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe. I don't. It's hard to say with the ooze. I can feel like
Yeah,
force.
I don't have enough actions to make another check.
Yeah. Like I can roll one. I
That is
guess.
a hell of a turn. Is that everything Karu can do?
Yes, those are all of my actions.
Okay. That means it will be Elnat's turn now.
Okay. um. Belnat's gonna step up to the ooze, and he's gonna take a swing with his longsword.
Huh?
9, 14 to hit.
Somebody hit.
That's a 8. Where are you at? There you are.
And until Kirby's
on-
turn, you still get a +1. Everyone gets a +1 damage to the slime.
Cool.
Yep.
So
Well, no, it's just overall. That's not just to the slime.
Oh, so
7.
we should have been
9
adding 1
plus
damage to
1,
all those
10
things that just
damage to the slime.
Okay, 10 points of damage to the slime. So you heroically step forward and hack down through the slime, and its tendril falls to the ground, and it dissolves into a puddle.
Hey, all
Nice.
right.
Nice.
Is
Way
this
to go.
room still sticky?
Yeah.
Damn. Gross.
Yeah, they don't all just Phantom Menace.
Oi, nice work there on that. Your god would be
Thanks,
proud. Or,
bud.
I think.
Say something, but I'm being attacked by a small.
Yeah, shoot, and I probably can't even see you, so I can't. I'll congratulate you later. I'll see you later.
Actually, Elnat, that was only one action, right? So.
Well, I get 2 because I moved.
Oh, you
stepped
moved.
up.
Okay. Yep, you did a step.
Um,
And then... So you do have another action.
Um, is there any slime like residue on my sword? Would you say there is?
Probably.
I'm going. Let me know if this is something I can do. I'm thinking, do kind of like basically like an attack into the open air, but trying to fling the slime residue towards these bat swarm or whatever the fuck they are, swarm, to try to get them away from Herpy.
Nice.
Okay.
Trying to use inertia.
Do you have Intimidate?
I mean, I have a +0. I can just roll a flat to see if it would work.
Yeah, I mean, go for it.
Let me see. I wonder if there's anything. Maybe.
Maybe with a bonus, they seem scared of the slime.
I do seem
trying
scared
to-
of the slime.
I was trying to see if there was any other check that might work. Yeah, not really. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and roll a flat 20 and see what I get.
Okay.
15.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so you're like waving it around. Back, you beast! I warned you. You know, like
Yep.
waving it around.
like
And
with
they
the
do
torch?
seem afraid of you a little bit.
Yeah.
It will be Kirby's turn next.
I'm going to cast Aqueous Blast on myself.
Okay.
Ooh.
So many new spells.
Yeah, this is
What
you
does that
evoke
entail?
a mass of water into the air around your outstretched fist. For the remainder of your turn, you can blast targets within 30 feet with this water by spending a single action, which has the attack and concentrate traits.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm going to do that, but I'm going to blast these goddamn bats. But I'd like to imagine that instead of Kirby using his hands to blast the water out, that he just like belches it out, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. So
That
Uh,
tracks.
just casting the spell is one action, and then up to 2 attacks because each attack would be one action. So I will attack the first time, and I rolled a 26.
Okay, 26 is definitely a hit. In fact, a 26 is easily a critical hit on this bat swarm.
Nice.
And we don't know if
So-
swarms take critical damage, right?
Sorry,
We
more
do
effective
actually.
than-
We learned that last round.
Did we? My bad.
Yeah,
That's
right?
true. You did do a critical hit on it with the spell. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So Morna came in. What?
You're fine. Critical hit on the bat swarm.
Woohoo!
Roll for damage, double. Roll and then double your damage. Would be a better way to phrase that in an English sentence.
30
I like that.
damage.
How much?
30. It's 2d8 bludgeoning damage. So, yeah.
30?
Yeah.
2d8 and you got
separate a
15.
Yeah, I got a 15
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. And it's bludgeoning damage.
bludgeoning damage. Yep.
Alright. So Kirby opens his mouth, like unhinges it, like goes almost 180 degrees, and vomits water, and the bats are pushed against the back wall and flattened, like just like it's like you see drowning bats and stuff everywhere, to the point where there's not a single bat left alive.
Oi, Kirby, when'd you learn fucking hydro pump? That's mad impressive, yeah?
It does say on critical hit, the blast knocks the enemy prone too. So.
Okay.
Hey,
All
there
of the
you
bats
go.
are dead and on the ground.
Okay. And that is the end of that combat.
Woo!
Yeah, boys.
Luther, are you gonna stay in that room?
I mean, the combat ended and I am still in this room, yes.
I'm saying, what would you do next?
Well, I think I would do a little look around and see if there was any maybe notebooks or anything that looked valuable on top of stuff. Luther isn't one to get on the ground in the slime and like look underneath things. So a quick percep of the room, if you would like me to roll that, and then get the hell out of it.
God, I hate that he just said that.
Percep, little cheeky percep.
Mm.
I'll give you a cheeky percep. That is
Perception.
a 18 on the old perception
All right.
check.
Yeah, so Luther takes a quick look around. You discover two things for certain. There is a trunk underneath the bed that looks like it might have, something in it. And then the second thing that you find out is that there are parts of the ceiling that are falling apart, and like with all of the commotion from the combat and the bats flying around, they're starting to crumble and fall down on top of you. So
He would go, oi, fuck! And try to grab the trunk and then acrobatics his way out of there without getting hit. Fucking hell.
You did one action to seek. You rolled perception around the room. Second action would be grabbing the trunk, and then third action, yeah, you can move out of the room, and it's difficult terrain. So I think that
do
means
I
you're
need
hampered.
do I need to move to get to the trunk, or can I grab the trunk from here? Like, how deep under the bed is it?
It's under the bed, so I think you could reach it from there because you're just
Okay.
the bed.
So if I have 25 feet of movement, then I could get to here and out in one movement. Because this
So it
is
just
I don't see
costs.
why not.
So it just costs 10 feet of movement instead of 5 feet for every square. So
Yeah,
as long as you have enough,
that's 10. From
Mhm.
here to here is 10, and then I'm out of the room.
you're good. Okay.
Nice.
So that's fine as long as you're not there at the end of the turn when the piece of ceiling falls down.
Oi,
You're
don't
fine.
go
So
in there! Oh,
it
like
falls and it's like a relatively small piece. Like you don't think it would have like hurt you to fall on you or whatever. But when it hits the ground, it splashes the acid and it kind of sprays up around it. So you think you would have gotten some of the floor acid on you if you'd stayed in that room
Nice.
a little bit longer.
Gross. Floor acid.
Yeah.
Floor acid. It's kind of the worst.
It is. Way
From
worse
this
than
edge,
acid.
I would go, excuse me, on that, I'd kind of set the chest down here and then step into this square. And then, like, after the acid's fallen down, kind of maybe not touch the ooze, but maybe use my sword to, like, kind of mess around in the ooze and see if there's anything of value that it's kind of oozed up to pick up.
Sure.
Kind of like mixing it up a little bit.
Sure. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything in the ooze, and there's probably a number of skeletons. So it probably like burbles out like a bunch of like large rat skeletons, and then
Bat.
occasionally like a few bat skeletons. Yeah, like bats that like flew down, got too close to it. So I mean, it did have like appendages where it could like grab stuff too. Like it would form an arm and slam down on top of things. So
It's
it probably burbles out some of that junk.
It's fucking nasty. Ain't nothing here.
Yeah, but what you got there?
Can I try to
You
open
found
the
yourself
trunk?
a
Is
chest?
it locked?
Nope. It's pachink, pachink. Like you
Alright.
pop open the mechanism.
Look what I
swing
found.
Open.
And I kind of set it
Swing
down
open
and
this
open it
trunk.
up.
Detect magic.
Yeah. So
Do it over my
there's
shoulder. Yeah.
Some magic in there. You find two sets of simple clothing, so some very basic clothes. 50 foot of hemp rope,
Nice.
a water skin,
I put the rope in my bag.
10 days worth of rations. You know, it's got some hardtack in it, some apples, some dry jerky. Like it's like got some basic stuff in there. A set of cookware, and then there are 2 vials of liquid that appear to be radiating magic, and 12 silver pieces.
12. Okay, so that's 3
Also
apiece.
contained within is another handout. So it's a
Ooh.
piece of paper.
Another clue.
Um,
I just added another rope to my backpack and 1 more ration to my backpack, by the way. I don't know what the actual amount was, and it probably doesn't end up mattering, but that is what I did.
all right. So this one is a very short note, and
Is
it
it?
says Justirian.
Okay, we're just
Again,
sending it to Discord.
I must ask you that you find somewhere else to live. You needn't live in squalor, not when you have friends who could help you find a safer home. And then it's signed W.
Okay, so we could potentially assume that this is the same person from before, based on the way that it's written, at least.
Mm.
Being nice, that is.
The Justirian is the same exact font, yeah.
The handwriting. The handwriting. Okay.
The same. Can we make that determination through a perception check as to whether or
Ooh,
not the
yeah, I
handwriting
like
is the
that.
same
Yep.
between-
Yep.
20, not natural.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, I would say if you hold the 2 pieces of paper up to each other, they look, while they are not perhaps the same like journal, like not from the same exact thing, they are. It does appear to be the same handwriting.
Cool. Nice
This
call.
dash W is also the one that's murdering all these people.
Oh, I don't know about that, but
Ooh. Justarine, in their note, it says that his living conditions are not healthy. At the
yeah.
end
No,
of
it's the same
his-
person who wrote that note, I think is what we just determined.
Yeah. So I think whoever they're talking about is Justarine.
Justirian.
Justirian.
And
yeah.
Justirian is the name of.
That's whose house we're at. Yeah.
Victim.
Yeah.
We don't know they're a victim yet. We haven't
We
found
don't
them.
know they're a victim.
Well, most
Well,
likely victim.
Suspected victim.
Suspected
Yeah,
victim.
He's disappeared at the very least. He's a victim of something.
Yeah.
But it is
Victim
so-
until proven guilty.
That's correct. Victim until proven alive.
Until proven dead.
Yeah.
No, I guess you're right.
Yeah, so
Um,
Dahlia's friend Justirian, he lived in this manor. And obviously Dahlia does not start with a W, so you don't think these notes would come from her.
Okay.
You're right.
So we would probably pocket the note and then head into the
Well,
other room.
we got these 2 vials. I'd like to figure out
Oh
what
yeah,
they
yeah.
are.
You guys.
Identify,
cook.
right?
Yeah. Yep.
How
Did
might
you just do a
it?
knowledge occult last time? Oh, no.
Is it occult or arcana? Yeah, I guess it depends on
either one
the
works.
vial.
I think,
Okay.
yeah, last time
They're
it was an
both the
either
same.
or thing.
I got a 17 occultism.
Ooh,
Maybe
that
while
is a
Dragon's-
20 for a 27.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm going to say that is plenty. So, yeah, there was one of them is a minor elixir of life. In other games, it would be called a potion of cure light wounds. It's a healing potion. And then there's also a vial of nectar of purification.
Cure disease.
Do you need one?
Yeah. Oh God. Okay. No. So it's similar to stored in bottles similar to those like used for vinegar. When you put this oil on your food or into your drink, it casts the first level spell Purify Food and Drink. So it evaporates as it's taking effect, leaving the taste and texture of the food unaltered, but removed of any poisons or
Ooh.
toxins that could be contaminating them.
That's good to have.
So may be quite helpful for a budding master chef, master cook.
Would anyone else care to hold these? If not,
Yeah.
I would be
I
fine
can
too.
hold on to them. I mean, I
Please.
probably won't use them, but I can hold on to them if
Yeah.
needing space or something.
So elixirs of life. For those of you guys who don't know, in this game, the minor elixir of life restores 1d6 hit points plus 1, and then it restores 1d6 hit points, and then gives you a item bonus equal to +1 against saving throws for diseases and poisons for 10 minutes afterwards. So the elixirs
cool.
of life accelerate living creatures' natural healing processes and immune system. So it's just a boost to your immune
Unless
system.
you're me.
Unless you're a creature of the night, perhaps. Creature of
Half creature of the night.
undeath. Yeah.
Ooh, well, do we want to roll for it? Because that
Table.
actually sounds like a pretty good item that I feel like we could all, except for Luther, use.
I'm
I will
fine.
not, I
giving
will
it
not
to
be
Connor.
rolling it. We could
Just
somebody
probably
just hold
want
on to it, and as a team, whoever needs it most could use it. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then
Um,
yeah, Justin, why don't you hold on to him?
Cool. We'll do.
The fairest of us all.
No, I said I couldn't hold it.
Ah, shut up.
I could hear the smile on your tone, though. That was good.
That was fun.
Okay.
Brendan, can you post that somewhere so I can?
Look it up.
Yeah.
The
Just
items
the
that they
look
were.
at it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
the names of those things.
Sure.
Forget. I'm old. I have to.
No,
I
you're
can't
good.
remember things as well.
Justin, you're not old.
Who's a
You're
little old?
spry as can be.
I am just going to give you guys the full list. There's also 12 silver pieces in there, so if you guys want to split that up.
I already added
12 silver,
3 to mine. Yeah.
so 3 each. Yeah.
And I took the rope too.
We heard
And I
that.
don't know what the equivalent of 10 days of rations is either, as
I
far
think
as
it's just 10 bits of rations.
10 rations.
I think
Yeah.
so.
It
Oh,
sounds
wow.
like two and a quarter each.
I'll just take 2. Not again. I don't particularly see us in this adventure needing to worry about
Okay,
rations.
One of us
but-
gets 3 though.
Okay.
Who wants the 3?
I'll
who
take
wants the
3.
extra
Fuck
one?
you.
Okay, since you took less on gold last time. Okay.
Yeah, sure. I'll take 5 rations.
No, you take 3.
No, I have 5 rations total now. That's
We
what I
fight
meant,
over
sorry.
it and you die.
You wish, bitch.
He did sort of, so like, you know,
I stab you
mean,
through the chest.
It was kind of crazy. He did use his mind to tear open rifts in like space-time a second ago, which is
It's almost
I
it's like a little reminiscent of some witch warpery action going on here.
Mhm.
You did say that you
Cool.
like to do things from alternate planes, right? Like
I do indeed.
I do
Minor elixir.
recognize that sort of power.
Yeah, where is that power now?
That power is
Upon my
now
grasp.
me with a sword and a British accent. Really switched
Yeah,
up
how's
the
that
old
going for you
character.
so far?
So far, pretty good.
I'm glad you're having fun.
Yeah. I did
That's
really
good.
struggle that last fight because I was like, man, if I was a magic character, I feel like I could do a lot more during a fight against these sorts of things. But
That's true.
I just am more of a magic
this one
guy.
especially.
I gotta switch it up.
At least
Vice
for
Yeah, that was
play
kind of
test.
crazy. Just like the fact that the sewer ooze really didn't have a lot of like additional defenses or anything, but it just had 40 HP, which just seems like a lot for a level 1 creature.
Yeah, I can't imagine what they have at like level 2.
Yeah,
It's a good
no
thing
You
we
know?
kept critting on it.
That the crits
No, you
didn't
guys
matter
did
on
quite
it.
well, the crits, yeah, crits didn't matter for that in particular.
Oh,
but,
yeah,
you
true,
were doing
true.
you were doing very consistent high damage.
Yeah,
like
good
that was-
damage.
But okay, so you guys defeated these creatures. You've searched C1. What do you guys want to do additionally?
Go to C2.
Okay.
Give me
Yeah,
the
you guys
old
go into
percep and C2.
roll away.
Okay.
Again, this is just a stairwell.
The stairwell
but
goes
like I
up,
said-
and there's blood on the floor and dribbles of blood going up. So I would argue, and I don't need to, but that maybe I could examine the blood, being a vampire, and understand a little bit more about it. But I still think I want to do a general perception of the room, but with an emphasis. When I roll perception, I like to say what I'm looking for. I'm looking for maybe where this blood came from or what caused it. If I see like a struggle in one side of the room or something, if there was a fight or something. That's kind of what I'm trying to learn here. So, only rolled a 5. Not very perceptive. That's an 11
Alright.
on the old percep.
So Luther destroys any evidence that's in this room. Does anybody else?
Oh
know?
no.
It doesn't matter if I
oh,
destroyed
no,
it all.
I-
Fuck you guys.
I guess I perceive the carnage of
the
his
destruction.
destructive tendencies.
I watch it happen.
But yeah, you guys can still roll if you want. That's what Luther's doing. Luther's
Okay.
looking around, not finding anything.
So just perception.
9.
9. Okay.
9 as well.
Oh no.
I know.
Mine was a 17.
Oh, there we
Okay.
go,
Oh,
Justin.
There it
help
is.
us, Matt, you're our only hope. Okay. So yeah, there are a number of things that are immediately obvious to the people who are carefully looking, and maybe overlooked by the people who are not. There's a
Hey, man.
club on the ground. Looks like it's been cast aside after dealing a blow because strands of hair still cling to the weapon. In fact, there is a piece of bone lodged into the edge of the club as if it struck a blow that hard as to dislodge a chunk
Whoa.
of bone. You could do a
Damn.
medicine check or religion check to figure out what's going on there a little bit more.
Um,
There
That's
is
all you. We're not
a
seeing that.
holy symbol that is like it's so like the band around it has been snapped and it has fallen to the ground. It is the symbol of a rose erupting from like broken earth.
The Rose Street Killers.
It is rose.
Oh shit.
It's discarded on the floor. So again, that would be a recall knowledge check for religion, most likely. And there are a number of insects that are kind of hovering here. You know, it's probably what attracted some of the bats, aside from it being an old building. But there are corpse flies
Gross.
and death's head moths kind of swarming at something that looks like at the top of the stairs.
Like a body?
potentially.
Get a little closer.
But you could
Yeah,
do
this is-
nature
this-
or religion checks on those as well.
Yeah,
This
I'll
is
give
all
it-
Elnat. We all didn't see shit, so
Oh,
this
you're
is
right,
just
sorry.
him seeing all of this.
Elnat will obviously point things out, like he'll show like, hey, look, there's a piece of bone embedded in this club.
Everybody else is walking around the room, and Elnat like goes down to the floor, and he's like, "There was a fight. It did not turn out the way that this person expected." And he lifts up the club, and he's like, points at the bone, and he's just like, "There are more clues ahead."
I'm gonna roll religion on the club first.
Okay.
Dirty 20. Rolled a 15. Got a +5.
That's quite good. So that's enough to. So you got this club. Like I said, there's a piece of bone. There's hair on it. If you extract the bone from the club, you find that the hair itself is embedded in the bone, as though it were coming from an undead creature.
Interesting.
Oh.
Okay, so we've got some undead going on here.
There's also the holy symbol and the
Yep.
bugs.
Can
The
I?
holy symbol was gonna be my next one.
Okay, I was gonna say, I want to roll the nature check when we get to that. I'll let you go ahead.
Where is this holy symbol?
It's broken. It's cast aside on the ground. Like this
Okay.
strap that once held it is snapped.
I would like
Probably
to
extra
This
old.
one's not as great, but it's an 18.
It's pretty good.
And 18 is still good. So
13 on this
this
one.
is so there are temples to this goddess in the city. Milani.
We've
is
heard
the
that name.
goddess of devotion, hope, and uprisings.
Milani was the goddess that was referenced in that note that we had.
Mhm.
The goddess of Milani will also help the freed
Mhm.
people after they've been freed. Okay, cool. So that lines up. That's dope. Interesting. But Milani is a good like as far as we know. Would that check
Well-
also let us know? Like, we would think that the people who follow Milani are like generally like good
Yes,
people, right?
you know the Milani is called the Everbloom. She is a chaotic good deity, the
Chaotic
patron
good.
mother of those who fight out against oppression, speak out against.
So like the kind that would help free slaves,
Mhm.
even if it was against the
Rewarding
law type of
those-
thing.
Yeah, rewarding those who are willing to sacrifice their lives and use whatever tools available to fight for those who cannot defend themselves,
Okay.
especially the captured or enslaved.
So to our best guess, the killer is not a follower of this, but something that relates back to them.
Okay. Lastly, the moths.
Yeah, can I
You
roll?
guys can go ahead.
I'll roll a nature check as well, at least. I only rolled a 10. I'm not very good at it. That's a 14 on the old nature.
Okay, but it is enough. So yeah, you know that.
Why is that a
corpse
death head's
flies-
moth? Or
Yeah, so
corpse flies?
are drawn to meat and rotting corpses, The other insects are death head's moth, which are also kind of associated with the dead in some capacity.
But
could
you
probably
guys
do
smell that? Rotten flesh and something about here. The fucking moths and the flies. Something's dead, fresh dead. Or not at least completely
so-
gone.
I
you
dare
could
say
also
there's
do
undead
a
in this
religion
mansion.
check to see if there's any other.
I have a +4 in
Relationship
religion as
things.
well. Let me see. What die do I roll?
Do I
roll the old
detect
metal
any
die.
any planar rifts in the area?
Ooh, dirty 20.
No, strictly lacking planar rifts, temporal or otherwise.
Dirty
Um,
20 on the old religion check.
I'd
Dirty
ask.
20, yeah, 20 is plenty enough. So, a 20 on religion is enough for your character to know that Death Head's moths, specifically, are sacred to Urgathoa. She is the goddess of gluttony, disease, and undeath. Also, she has a really cool club on Absalom Station, which you guys have been to. Do you remember?
Oh, Absalom Station.
Absalom
Yeah.
Station.
Oh,
Star-
Starfinder.
future.
Oh, okay. I was like, did I black out that hard that I don't remember what's going on?
IRL us, not
Uh,
character us.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, that club was
I was
fucking
a bit
dope.
confused there.
It was cool. But
was
so
a
that was the
sick
place
club.
where the people were like skydiving inside.
Yeah, that's
the
where
club.
we met up with the crew of the Wintermore for the first time, right?
Is that really?
Yep. First
Yeah.
time.
Oh wow, blast to the past.
Book
Yeah.
2.
It was the
Um,
that was the whole storyline with the guy that gave us the black hearts.
Yeah, that guy was
uh,
bad.
Yeah. So the moths themselves are indigenous to the Isle of Portos. So like it's not like the Death Head's moth came from somewhere or were brought here by
It's
someone.
just kind of like a sign of them.
But it does like you said it seems like more than a coincidence that these moths and corpse flies would be
Can
accumulated here.
we do, and I know we've already done perception checks and that sort of thing, but could we do another perception check with the idea that we're looking for any sort of recent activity here? I'm thinking undead walking around, or like, dust being thrown up, or like, could we ask that based on our check, that sort of thing?
This is the scene of a fight. Like there is obviously.
But like it's like a recent fight, like very
Yes.
close, like recent. Okay.
Yes, like the
Like-
last few days.
Like, is it 10 minutes ago?
Yeah, you can tell that
Maybe.
by the blood.
Yeah.
At least.
Oh, damp here, a little blood expert maybe would be able to. How old is this blood? Is it dry blood?
Yeah, so
What?
it's been maybe a day or two.
Okay.
But the fight
If it's
was
been
recent.
at least 15 minutes, it's at least dry. Yeah.
Less than 7 years, greater than 10 minutes. Got it.
Yes.
Cool.
Narrowed it down.
So
Okay. Well, I mean, I think we've searched. Like, I know we can't see the room, but it just is a room that kind of ends, right? Like, there's not really anything else to explore up there. Like any other doors, windows, underneath things, like anything
I
else.
mean, there are the stairs go up one more floor, so up.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Ooh, we should
yeah.
do that.
Yeah, let's do that. Luther is gonna go ahead and draw his sword.
Okay.
He's gonna have his sword cane
Everybody else have weapons out.
at the ready. Yeah, it feels like
Yeah.
maybe something dead is gonna be up here that is not actually dead, but it's also sort of kind of alive, maybe.
Yeah, I have a clump of bats that I'm ready to fling.
Did we see any other blood on these stairs going up, or did that dribble of blood stop?
Yeah, no, I think as you get up closer, the pool gets bigger and bigger until you come up into the attic,
Okay,
where
yeah, sword out.
you climb up the stairs, and directly at the top of the stairs, sprawled on the ground, is the body of a man, sitting in a puddle of his own congealed blood.
I stab him.
Ugh.
I'm kidding.
He does not react to your stab.
I don't actually stab. I go, oi! Is anybody up here?
The flies
kinda, like,
here and
yelling
death-head
out.
moths are just so much more intense.
I go to try a medicine check
Okay.
to see if this guy is breathing at all or any way responsive.
Sure.
How's a dirty 20 do for me?
So he is
Dead.
most definitely dead, and has probably been dead for
Mostly.
1 to
dead.
2 days. But
2 days.
from that medicine check, you can tell that his wounds were caused by claws.
Mm.
So all of the wounds on his bodies are like savage, like bestial claws, like ripping and tearing and rending.
This man was
Ripping and a
done in
tearing.
by claws by some sort of predator. Everyone, Stay on guard. And he looks around real swift-like.
Yeah, is there anything else up in this room? Can we roll another
Yeah,
perception
right.
check up here?
Yeah, I'll save you guys the trouble. Yeah, there's not really anything else to find up there. It's like an empty, dusty room. It probably has more bats nesting in it, but it is like there's nothing on his person necessarily. The clothes that he's wearing look similar to the other two outfits that you guys have found.
Does
so
he,
maybe-
He was
He doesn't have
part
any
of
gold on him.
the. He was part of the Church of Milani. Is that right?
Milani is what it was called. Yes.
Yeah, the Church of
Milani.
Milani, which is being targeted by the undead. I can't remember that was a much more complicated god name. Is being targeted. Yeah, Urgathoa is being targeted by the god of Urgathoa's group, and someone within that group is the one actually going and maybe stealing these journals that have the list of the freed slaves and is targeting them. Is my current theory that I feel like the clues add up to, at least somewhat, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't think nothing that we feel like we've learned, and I'm going to say this in a way that defines the timeline. Today's session has really led us to any more information about the
The murders.
possessed armor thing, correct? Like, we don't think that we've learned, like, nothing has really clicked with that per
I don't
se,
think
right?
So, no.
No.
I don't know if
I don't
that's
think
just
so.
the alcohol talking, but I don't think I remember anything that's linked
Just,
the two up.
Yeah, I've
While-
just been. Yeah.
While people are around, like, kind of talking and checking stuff up, or checking stuff out, Elnat will go up to the body and kind of administer, his version of last rites. Being a paladin and whatnot.
And Luther reaches
Yeah.
over your shoulder and starts ripping out his teeth. No, I'm playing. He's like, we have to bring them back. Because we assume that
would
this is, what's his face's place, yeah? We assume that that's him?
Justinian.
Justerian. We assume that this is Justerian?
Yeah, I think so.
I would like to jot down a depiction of the dead Justerian so that we can take it back to Dahlia. To prove
And I lean
Right.
into Kirby's ear, real low, get down on, like, a knee or whatever. I go, oi, Kirby, don't forget to get his fingerprint.
Yeah, that's another signature.
I get another signature from him as well.
Okay.
If
Getting
the
very
blood's
close to
still...
being done.
Yeah.
I think that's 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
But no, as,
like 5 signatures and 3 bloody fingerprints.
Yeah, they all count up. Yeah.
Or 4 now.
And that counts as a half, and that actually counts as 2.
But as
Uh,
Elnat and I are like leaning towards his body and giving the right sort of reverence for his passing, yeah, I'd like to like clean up his wounds and like keep him like I can't cast gentle repose or anything like that to kind of honor him, but we do give him the proper respects that he's due.
Just set the whole building on fire. It's like, all right, burial by fire is the best we
Yeah,
can do for
yeah.
you. Fella.
Viking's death.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no. So I think you guys are
Yeah,
all
very.
kind of tidying up here in the attic and finishing looking around, and you hear the sounds of swift boot steps climbing the stairs below you. Bump, 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 bump. And then we'll find out what happens next week.
Ah, very
Alright.
nice.
Heavy boot steps is all we
Heavy
get.
boot steps. Very good.
All right, all right.
All right,
Yeah,
all
but-
right. Well, thank you, stream. Enjoy the outro. It's got some scary bits in it.
Can anybody hear it?
What?
Oh, he's right there!
Oh,
I got a
he's
photo,
here,
I
he's
got
here,
a
he's
photo.
here. Crucifix, crucifix, fuck off. Fuck off, get out of here.
Ah! Got a picture of it! I got it! Fuck
Oh
ass!
my god!
Holy
Joseph White does not like Smash Mouth.
Spawning downstairs. Oh, there she is! Oh, I'm dead! Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead.
him over local comms, and he's like, "What? What is that thing?" And then dude cut off.
Nice. Nice.
My ears.
Thing got him.
They're bleeding.
Is that good?
On truce for a moment. just gotta clear my throat. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely.
You could play that song again. Which one, man? The one that goes.
Oh my god, that's a fucking amazing.
Oh my god.
This nigga with this SPR, who do you think you are, my nigga?
Oh, you lost. Feels bad, man.
Shut your bitch ass up. That's a L. This nigga is spam flat, bro. Shut your bitch ass up.
Big L, bro.
I literally follow y'all every time I see y'all. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Your granny's dead.
Those Shadow Carja scum are going to pay for what they did to Ursa.
That was Geralt.